Hi, yes, I can't explain. I'm I'm back at it again. I'm back on my bullshit, as the kids say. We're gonna be doing Landry's route, and then probably the next time I'm playing Hustle Cat, I'll do Reese's route, and then I'll do Hayes' route, and then Graves's. I like the cat people, okay? And yes, I'm going to be rereading the beginning part, because you never know if people are actually just picking a VOD at random, which, like, if so, why? But also, hi, Chaos. Welcome. We're back at it. You're gonna notice all the shit that's the exact same, that only changes, like, and then what changes with just the routes. It's gonna be a time. But yeah, I chose this guy. We're just a little guy. And that's that. Nice. I had to kick out Pandora. Pandora was like, I'm a baby. I'm gonna rip up the carpet. But also, I'm too bored. And also, I want to eat the remnants of your pizza. And also, there's not enough water. And also, I'm not going to get on the bed to get pets. I'm just going to meow at you and then go beat up the carpet again. She's just an animal. Anyway, I think I fell asleep on the couch again. Little lasers of sunlight are zapping right into my face from the middle of the curtains. I think they've been specifically aimed to burn out my eyes. I had this weird dream about a goth band. Oh, that's new. What is it, like noon? Wait, that's new. He never has that dream. What? That's the dialogue I get when I unlock Graves? Do I have to do a Graves run? Or jeez. Not my fault. The couch pulls you in like you're drowning in bread dough. My spine pops in loud protest as I swim free from my bread dough cushion trap. I'm going to have to apologize to Aunt Wendy. I'm probably leaving a dent in the shape of my ass in the cushions. I'll probably have to apologize for a couple things, actually. Okay, I know this looks bad, but it's almost not even my fault. I can't help that clutter is naturally drawn into my gravitational pull. Honestly, it makes me feel a little more comfortable. Yeah, the dent implies that Avery doesn't have, like, a concave ass like he probably does the twink. Avery, I'm sorry, but you're, like, the skinniest character. And they're all pretty skinny, so... Sorry, King, you're in a visual novel. You're all the same exact size. In clothes, basically. Avery, you don't have an ass. Avery's in denial. This is like the great ass debates of TMA Tumblr. Where we all decided to debate on how much Jonathan Sims, the character, has an ass, and he doesn't. This is known. Anyway. That's your obscure niche internet drama for today. Honestly, it makes me feel a little more comfortable, you know? Like I really live here instead of like I'm just couch surfing at my aunt's, or living in a furniture catalog. Not that I'm ungrateful. Aunt Wendy is awesome to let me use her apartment while she's away. She helped talk Mom and Dad into letting me come all the way out to the city, too. She's pretty cool. I hear rustling behind me like fingernails on cardboard. It makes me pause for a second, but I jump up as I realize what it is. Hey, Mochi, knock it off. Mochi, a living trash bag disguised as a cat, stares up indignantly from inside the pizza box. He's trying to scrape up some dried cheese off the bottom again. His little mushed up face is probably trying to stare me down, but it's kind of hard to tell where he's looking with those crossed eyes. Mochi? I clap my hands a few times to break the stalemate. He jumps at the sound, then waddles back to the bedroom in defeat. I guess since I'm up 2, I might as well get to whatever I'm gonna do today. I shuffle to the curtains and throw them open. My laptop is sitting open on the coffee table. Oh yeah, job searching, I guess. That's what I was gonna do. I plop back down on the couch, already sinking back into the cushions, and take a look. Geez, there's so many tabs here. Which one did I leave Greg's list open in again? Not that one. This one? Or this one? Maybe this one? No, that's just another cat video. I was up all night watching Jelly Donut, the cat who balances donuts on her head. I have no idea how you get a cat to do something like that. Guess that's why Mochi and I aren't internet famous. I find the tab and start scrolling through listings again. It's not like anything new has gone up since yesterday, I bet. Sidewalk cleaner intern, college credit only. Internet comments section proofreader. Fundraiser street team intern, unpaid. Yeah, it's been like this all month. Can you really blame me for giving up and watching cat videos? I know this kind of thing is supposed to take time, but try telling that to Mom, Dad, or my savings. Any of those could send me back home at any time. And I really have to get this done before Aunt Wendy comes back. Just thinking about writing another cover letter is making my will to exist erode away. I'm going to go for a walk. When I got here, I expected to be buried in noise from the city's traffic and crowds, but it's actually pretty quiet. The apartment is on a side street, far from the main street bustle. From here, the noises of the city are just a distant hum. It's comforting, like the buzz of an old tube TV. I'd have to walk 20 minutes to get to the train from here, but I rarely leave the neighborhood, so it doesn't really matter. Still living a small town life in the city, I guess. Whatever. I get plenty of adventure in this neighborhood. I can just set out in any direction and find something new, even if I've been down that way before. Sure, I get lost a lot too, but that's half the fun, right? I turn a corner at the end of the block and head up a tiny side street I haven't tried yet. Neatly arranged trash cans line the side of the road. I think I'm behind some stores now? I'm expecting a dead end, but the road suddenly curves to the right. It looks too narrow for cars, but the faded white lines marking the middle seem to claim some brave drivers could try their luck. I decide to follow the sharp bend in the road. After I pass a tall partition, I'm surprised by what I see. A squat 3-story building, painted so ostentatiously bright it's impossible to miss, sits in front of me. A cat's paw? Is this a pet store or something? Maybe I can get a dumb toy for dumb Mochi. As I walk close to the front doors of the building, I don't see the aisles of pet food I expected from the broad store windows. Instead, it looks like there are couches and tables in neatly arranged rows. Oh, so this is one of those pretentious restaurants with a pithy nonsense name, huh? I can feel my interest deflate and sink into my stomach. Just as I'm about to turn and continue walking, I notice a sign in the window that declares, "Now hiring, inquire within." I'm hardly dressed for a job inquiry, but I might as well give it a shot, right? I look to my right as I walk up to the door and see a little orange and white cat lying belly up, sunning itself against the window. It doesn't seem terribly sanitary to have a cat in a restaurant, but whatever. I like cats. Bells tinkle delicately as I tug on the handle. The heavy door creaks open. This place is so classy it feels fake. Looks like a game board exploded in here. Isn't that what the palace was like in Wonderland? Like with the cards and stuff? Is a purple cat gonna start talking to me? Though none of them are purple, boy are there a lot of cats. I think I can count at least 8 right off the bat. They're all over the place, romping around on the floor, sleeping on some of the built-in structures in the walls. Barely had time to take it all in when I heard a voice call out to me. Welcome. Sit wherever you like. I shuffle in place for a moment, at first unsure of where the voice came from, then of whether I wanted to sit or if I want to keep this strictly business. Actually... I start at the source of the voice as the source of the voice looms into view. He appears suddenly from the second-story landing and covers the length of the floor in a few long strides. You look confused. Is this your first time here? Would you like me to explain a bit about how the cafe works? I'll be happy to give you a tour. His eyes are gentle. He's one of those people who smiles with his entire body. It's positively infectious. Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, that's great. He bounds closer and towers over me in both stature and exuberance. It's a little strange that someone like this is working here, because he's more like a big sheepdog puppy than what I think of as a cat person. My name is Landry. Just interrupt if you have any questions. You got it, Landry. I'm Avery. Well, Avery, to start, all our cats are rescued strays. The owner brings them in for care and socialization. They seem really happy. Having strangers around doesn't seem to bother them at all. We do everything we can to make them comfortable. Many of them are up for adoption. We have a good match rate from our fosters. Over there is a wall of photos from some of our cats that have found happy homes. Oh, and proceeds from the cafe help pay for their care. The food is really good too. Our chef is amazing. I recommend the key lime pie personally. That all sounds really great. I bet you're really happy working here. Well, it's a lot of work, but I'd like to think it's all worth it. Actually, I saw you guys are hiring right now? Oh. His surprise freezes him for a split second. His broad smile immediately creeps back, but it's enough to pique my curiosity. We are. Did my explanation sell you that quickly? You seem really fun to work with. I wouldn't mind spending more time here. Really, I wouldn't mind a cute face like that greeting me every morning. Good thing I didn't say that part out loud. Wow. Wow, that's a chaotic gay moment from Avery. Avery, please. Keep it together, man. We got this. We can do this. Well, it's not just having fun and playing with cats, you know. There is a lot going on behind the scenes. Oh, that's not what I mean. Any job becomes awesome when you've got a work buddy. Well, that's... Yeah, keep it together, Avery. You've been talking to him for 5 minutes. Please. God. Avery, please. Here, I'm turning myself down a little bit. Well, that's true. It does make things go more quickly. We have all different types of people working here. You seem nice, so I bet you'd get along with them pretty well. Before we get ahead of ourselves, you should really talk to the owner. He's the one who would make that decision. He's right upstairs, so I'll see if he's available to meet you now. Okay, sure. Great. Have a seat here, then. Landry leads me to a seat on a plush couch that spans the length of the wall. I oblige, careful not to look too casual. I'm here on business, after all. Do you like coffee? Would you like some? That would be great, thank you. Well, see, look, when you actually ask him and don't catch him off guard, he remembers to get you coffee when you ask him about, like, the cafe and stuff. Light and extra sweet, please. He disappears through the open archway around the corridor. A Siamese cat timidly peers at him as he goes, and then at me with a wide-eyed, worried look. I give it an awkward smile and nod before I realize I'm treating a cat like a stranger in an elevator. Landry reappears a moment later, carefully balancing a black and white saucer, which in turn balances a stout white ceramic mug. The tiny creamer almost disappears in his large hands. He gingerly places them in front of me, careful not to spill anything from either. I put a little bit of milk and sugar in there for you, but I brought some more if you don't like it. Oh, no, it looks perfect, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I think we drink our coffee the same way then, because I made it the way I like it. You have excellent taste. Wow, gay people. The rituals are intricate, I know they are. The rituals, they're so intricate. Oh my god. They're so intricate, I can't. I take a careful sip of coffee as I watch Landry take his long strides into the back of the cafe. He really covers a lot of ground, he's not even moving that quickly. I could use a little more milk though. I guess I'm not good at being an adult yet. I don't like that it still tastes like coffee. I pour what should be a little splash of extra milk, but half the creamer's worth spills in, it almost overflows. I dive forward and gulp a mouthful from the side before I dare to lift the mug and drink like a civilized person. This cat's looking at me like it's offended by what I just did. What? Like a cat knows anything about coffee. Landry's gone long enough for me to nearly finish the mug, just long enough to wonder where everybody else is. The Siamese cat's still staring at me. I'm just gonna ignore it and focus on my drink. Finally, Landry emerges from the back of the cafe, but he's not alone. This is Graves, the owner of the cafe. Graves, this is Avery. Gay people. He looks like he should own a bookstore that insists it sells tomes, not books. Or maybe like he's about to try and sell you a crystal that'll balance your chakras. Or maybe this is what the owner of cat cafes looks like? I've never seen. Ah. His eyes, they're two different colors. I can't focus on both of them at the same time. Which one am I supposed to look at? My attention is swallowed by his icy blue eye. Is he wearing a contact complete with his dark Renaissance look? I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. Eh? He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Excuse me? Telltale heart, you were looking at my eye. Kids, don't you read that in high school? Well, yeah, but iridis heterochromia, it's more common in cats than humans. He's got this look like he knows he just told a great joke, but there's no punchline anywhere I can see. I'm pretty sure he didn't say this. It didn't have this line in it as well before. What a weirdo. I'm not sure I want to work for a guy like this. Then again, he hired someone as nice as Landry, so he's got at least some good taste hidden in there. I think your definition of taste in guys is different from his. Yeah, he is the biggest goth. I'm gonna see if the cat wants in. Nope, no cat. I was just wishful thinking there might have been a cat. And then there wasn't. He's got at least some good taste hidden in there. Would I need to know that to get a job here? I just gave away the answer, so I'll let that one slide. Follow me, we'll talk on the second floor. Before he finishes the sentence, he's already 3 steps up to the stairs to the balcony. I shake my head a little and follow him. Yeah, he's just straight up quoting Edgar Allan Poe. He is a goth. He's either a goth or mentally ill, or both. So, take your pick. I shake my head a little as I follow him. After all, I really need a job. We make our way over to the second floor balcony, which, except for us, is only occupied by those amazing looking cakes in the display case. I wonder if I can get a slice on my way out. Graves leans down over the balcony of the cafe and raises his voice to the people below. Or to the cats, I guess, since cats are the only thing I can see from here. Hayes, will you get us some coffee? Is that the chef? I haven't seen anyone here besides him and Landry. Oh, I already had a cup. Is that going to stop you from another? You can't have enough coffee, especially when Hayes is the one making it. I don't think I met Hayes. You may have. You might not know yet. Graves folds himself into the slender chair at the corner table. He pushes the opposite chair away with his foot, nudging it just enough to turn it towards me. Come on, sit down. Let's talk. You don't have to be so stiff. Interviews are boring. Make it interesting for the both of us. No pressure, huh? Graves sits with this sort of grim pomp, like he's sitting in a skull throne and a raven's about to land on his shoulder at any time. Maybe it's more like he's about to roll a die with a lot of sides. I bet he's a nerd. I take the seat across from him. Just so you're aware, we aren't starting without coffee. Okay. You can talk, of course. I meant the interview. Okay. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a tiny slip of a blonde man standing at the balcony entrance. I jump a little. When did he get here? I didn't hear anyone coming up the stairs at all. Is this guy a ghost? Graves looks like the type to hire ghosts. He looks terrified by my shout. I think I scared him more than he scared me. Gingerly, he sets 2 mugs in front of Graves. Thank you, Hayes, but you should give Avery the other mug. He sounds like he's reminding a child to say thank you. Of course. Hayes glances up at me. Our eyes meet for a millisecond before he suddenly finds something very important to focus on downstairs. He pushes the cup towards me without looking up. Thank you. Graves' ring clacks against the porcelain of the cup as he takes a drink. Perfect, as always. I don't know what I did without your coffee. It's nothing special, really. He talks like it's the first time he's spoken today, quiet and a little hoarse. If that's all, I'll go back to the cats. That's fine. He slips back downstairs just as quietly as he arrived. That kid would make a great ninja. I look down at the coffee and see a sleepy cat face staring up at me from the phone. I've only ever seen latte art on the internet before. Did Hayes really do this? I take a sip. It's not bad if you like coffee, I guess, but it really could use some sugar. Yeah, there are packets on the table when I can't bring myself to ruin the foam cat. Now we can get this going. Let's interview. I'll even start you off easy. What's your favorite breed of cat? Maine Coon? Do you know any other languages? How about ciphers? No? What marine animal would you say best represents you? Orca? What genre of music would you use to describe your work ethic? Chiptunes? On a scale of 1 to 10, rate me as an interviewer. I'm gonna go with 1, King. Draculas or teenaged wolves? Draculas. I've been getting these strange emails. Just kidding with that last one. Interesting. He looks down at his coffee cup and tilts it idly towards him. It looks like he's enraptured with the foam as it drips from the side of the cup. A drop of coffee spills onto the saucer. I suppose you'll do then. Does that mean I got the job? You're quite astute. That really doesn't answer my question. You can start tomorrow. Wow, thank you. Don't run off yet, I have paperwork for you. Oh, yeah, of course. Graves pushes away from the table, coffee cup in hand. He nabs my saucer, even though I'm not quite finished, and slinks down the stairs. He returns as if he's never left, trading the empty coffee cups for a small stack of papers and a pen. He places them in front of me. So, what will my job be? We'll see. Did he hire me with no position in mind? Is this how this guy usually works? I feel like I'm in a daze. Too much information and too much coffee. I take the papers and skim them, signing pretty much anywhere I see an X and a line. What's it all for, and why is there so much? Probably taxes and stuff? I don't know. And who cares? I've got a job. I push the papers back towards Graves, and he eagerly scoops them off the table. Perfect. We open at 11. Be here at 8. We'll have you help with the morning prep. My displeasure must be pretty apparent because his mouth cracks into another smirk. You can work a later shift after training. You won't have to deal with those cursed mornings for too long. Okay, that's fine. Now go. I have a lot of work to do before tomorrow. You need to get to work fixing that sleep schedule of yours. Okay. He seems lost in his own world now, poring over the paperwork I just filled out. I guess there's all sorts of tax stuff you have to deal with when hiring people. Why would he do it so casually? Well, whatever. Not my problem. Definition of Avery's, approach towards anything that requires a brain power. Well, whatever. Not my problem. I head down the stairs. Landry's back. He looks uncomfortable, waiting at the foot of the balcony, but perks up when he sees me. So, I'll see you tomorrow, coworker. Oh, congratulations. You can meet everyone else tomorrow morning. I'll make sure they're all ready for a meeting when you get in. Yeah, this is how you get cursed. Chaos is right. This is just how you get cursed. 101. I love signing away whatever to a random goth man. Okay. How many people work here? Well, there's me, Graves, of course. You met Hayes, Finley, Mason, Reese. That's it. Shouldn't take too long for you to get to know them. Okay, great. I'll see you all tomorrow then. Great. See you. Wahoo. I'm gonna live it up a little. I'm gonna paint this town red. I finally have a job. Let's fucking go. We got a job. We are employed. Yeah, this part's really cool. The little title sequence is cute. We got Finley, Landry, Reese, Mason, Hayes, and Graves. Him. Avery Gray. Yeah, I like the art style. Sometimes some of the pictures look a little goofy, but that's just because yeah, that's just kind of visual novels. Eventually you're gonna get some of the picture thingies and they look goofy. And that's just how it is. Because they're all indie games too, so yeah. I got lost and I didn't end up painting anything, but it was a nice walk. As I head home, I get this distinct feeling of being followed. I didn't really know that was a thing that actually happens, but it's hard not to notice when you see some movement out of the corner of your eye. I turn around. A sleek black cat stands in the middle of the road, sits down when we make eye contact, and thumps its tail testily against the pavement. It's got different colored eyes. I guess heterochromia really is common in cats, huh? Should I, try to bring it to the cafe? They take care of strays there, after all. I should try. I crouch down as slowly as I can and reach my hand towards the cat, beckoning to it. It doesn't move. I make those little smoochy noises that seem to work on some cats. This one doesn't seem terribly impressed. It pins its ears back and looks away. Still for a moment before standing up and slinking into an alley. I guess I should leave this to the professionals. It's time to celebrate. I'm gonna wreck this pizza I grabbed from Pizza Lloyd's on the way home. I picked up a can of wet cat food for Mochi from the corner store too. I figure we both deserve a celebration. Mochi, get your fat lump out here. I have good news. No answer or indication he's even in the same room. You know, he never even asks how my day was. I know how to do this. I walk over to his food bowl and crack the lid of the wet food. In a flash, he's at my feet, tail shaking like a rotor behind him. Come here, you big moron. I give him a little scratch behind the ears before I dump half the can into his bowl and the feeding frenzy begins. He acts like I never feed him. Whatever, I'm about to go do the same to this pizza. After a quick jaunt to free myself from the shackles of non-pajama clothing, I flop back down on the couch, dinner in hand, laptop in my face. Oh, it looks like there's a new Jelly Donut video. It's a whole video of her sleeping in a donut box. I love that dumb internet cat. She's always doing something ridiculous. I wonder how the owner gets her to do those tricks. That flooring seems familiar. Where are these filmed? I spend the rest of the evening picking through the video archives. I can feel myself sinking into the bread dough couch cushions. It's so early. What's his problem? This cat is suffering. Mochi. I bet he just wants the other half of that wet food, which is why I don't get it for him that often. I excavate myself from the couch and do what I can to mitigate the bedhead situation I have going on. What time is it anyway? I grab my phone to check. 7:40? Ah, hell. I'm gonna be late for my first day of work. I take the world's fastest shower, but there's no time to dry my hair. I have to hope I run fast enough that wind resistance will do the job for me. No time to sort through my duffel. I just gonna have to throw on whatever looks cleanest. It's not like Graves said anything about a dress code, so whatever. Mochi trails me closely, howling more and more insistently along the way. It's like he doesn't care about my punctuality at all. No time to mix wet food the way he likes it. I dump a scoop of kibble up into the bowl on my way out the door. I have never seen a cat so offended since the one that watched me mess up coffee. They can both deal with it. I can't believe I'm almost late for my first day of work. At my first job, even. What a great first impression to leave. Thanks for hiring me, Avery the Flake. I start out a full sprint to the cafe, but it's only a 10-minute walk, so it looks like it might not be as bad as I thought. If I run, I can make it in less time. Here it is, a cat's paw. I got a good look at it when I was here yesterday, but it feels totally different when it's your workplace, you know? It's kind of nice to think about. Hey, Avery! Landry peeks his head out of the doorframe and waves me in. He's surprised by how many people are standing around. Graves, Landry, and Hayes are there, but so are a few others I've never seen. I only see a few cats right now, but they seem utterly disinterested in everything we're doing. They're all piled in a sleep cluster by the window. I feel a little embarrassed that I'm so disheveled, but I'd rather be on time with wet hair than late and looking perfect. Good, you decided to challenge the morning sun after all. Now that the star is here, we can start this show. Still as weird as yesterday, I see. Got another sucker, boss? That's esteemed coworker to you, Reese. You just keep collecting these strays. Before we go too far, everyone should introduce themselves to Avery. Avery, we've already met, you already know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday? Briefly. Hello, Hayes. Hello. He looks like he's trying to slip between the cracks in the tile. Graves is so dramatic. He was in drama club as well as Avery. Both of them are drama kids. That's the real reason Graves gave Avery the shop in later. Because they're both drama kids. They just understand each other on that level. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people? Hayes is a great barista. He's a great help in the kitchen too, but he likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats too. Hayes flashes me a quick look, the side of his mouth upturns ever so slightly like he's trying to smile, but he's out of practice. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Before I reach him, a bright light flashes at the corner of my vision. Is that a camera? Yeah, it's a cat cafe visual novel. Welcome. Listen, I'm on brand. I've already played 2 full routes of this, so I've already played 8 hours of this on stream. I stay on brand. It's a good... How can you crash my stream? I'm just being a furry, yeah. The Catboy allegations. Listen, it's based. Look, I can pick my pronouns anytime. I've got little cats on this. Oh, so, in my opinion, well... It depends if you want to go by, like, hottest or cutest, because there's Hayes, and he's adorable. He's an adorable little anxious mess of a human being. But then there's Mason, who's tall as hell, and canonically lifts us up and carries us while running for our lives. There's also a big goth man who seems like he'd be your style. Here's Finley, and she's the social media expert. Oh, sorry, sweetie. I thought I turned the flash off. I wet my head to the other side of the lineup. The girl on the end is aiming her phone directly at me. Sorry, don't mind me. I just wanted to commemorate our new employee. I'm Finley, and I take care of social media. I like candid, so I'll try again later when you've forgotten about it. Finley is also... Graves! I know what you're going to say, don't ruin the surprise. Graves lets out a soft bark of a laugh. See, here's the goth man. Here's the goth man. He owns the cafe, and I actually unlocked his route by doing all the other routes, but currently I've only done 2 routes on stream, so I was planning on romancing Landry this route. Alright. You tell Avery whenever you're ready. Thank you. The two in the middle. Oh, this is Mason, who we romanced the other day, who I love. Mason's just an autistic king, and we love her for it. And then there's Reese. Reese is a guy. Reese is just a little guy. /J, please /J. Please /J in my chat. The two in the middle of the lineup look beyond unimpressed. One is a smart mouth guy, Reese, and the other looks like someone I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of the tough-looking woman standing next to her. Since she's not going to introduce herself, this is Mason. She's our head chef. Or our only chef, I guess. Well, nice to meet you both. Yeah. Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. She pushes her hand forward, forcing Mason to nod. I'm amazed Mason is putting up with this. Yeah, my self-insert is Avery Gray, yeah. You can, like, choose, like, the skin tone and also, like, if you want, like, shoulder length hair or short hair, and then you can choose your pronouns as well. It's a time. Wow, that's the most you've spoken all day. She likes you already, Avery. Mason makes a quick little noise that could either be a laugh or a grunt. Maybe it was both. How kind of you all to save the best for last. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side. I could have sworn Landry was the second in command here, so I don't know what this kid's talking about. I didn't even see him at all during the interview yesterday. I'm on cat detail today, but I don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you. Cat detail must mean taking care of the cats. Obviously. You're going to eat Reese, pause. Fair. I'm learning quickly. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's gonna clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's... Maybe it's a weird status thing here. It means putting details on the cats, yeah. It means instead of making Sparkle Dog OCs, you make Sparkle Cat OCs. Oh yeah, so this is me. Which M and Chaos both say that I can, so... I'll be on my best behavior, I guess. Good. Okay. Oh yeah, so here's... I may kin them a little bit. Maybe. Him. And then that's the one we're romancing this route, Landry. He's based. Landry's like... Landry's so good. But then there's also, of course, Hayes. And then there's... asterisks eats asterisks. Yeah, pretty much. Landry's got those collarbones on display like some kind of harlot, so, you know. Okay, that should be everybody then. Avery, you'll be training with me today. I hope that's okay. That's fine with me. It looks like I'm no longer needed. I have other work to do. You know where to find me. Graves slinks to the back of the cafe. I can hear footsteps on the creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him. Avery? He has heterochromia, but that's the only hetero thing about him, yeah. I said that he has heterophobia in his eyes thing like at least 3 times at one point. And at least in the first 2 routes. Avery, did you have breakfast? We're going to have something to eat before work if you'd like to join us. It's tradition. That sounds great. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. Reese has already seated himself at the long booth seating along the wall. He scoots 2 of the tables together and Landry pulls over another chair. Great, just sit and relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path. Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you. Sure, what's up? Okay, is that... Her voice drops almost conspiratorially. She leans into whisper. That's an IKEA shirt, isn't it? He's my favorite too. A what? IKEA? From Blast Zone? From what? Finley's the person who sees someone with like a shirt that's got her special interest on it, and she's like, oh my god, I'm never going to shut up about this, and it's going to be great for both of us. Except, yeah, Finley's fashion choice is a time. She wears this constantly, and it's like a shirt dress thing and then leggings. She kinda is, actually, because Blast Zone, in her route we watch, it's like basically a visual novel. Blast Zone is like a visual novel thing, but with the boys are all fighting and then they fall in love or something. Yeah, she's kind of a whole mess, and then those earrings also have the logo that's on our shirt, so it's the same ththing from the video game she likes. And it's also on her phone case. Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it. No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this a shirt from something? Oh, no. Never mind, don't worry about it. But now you've got my interest. What is Blast Zone? I don't know if it'd be your type of game after all. Oh, it's a game. I like games. Try me. Well, it's a story about men's passions clashing in a life or death struggle. Sounds dangerous. Oh, it is, but it's also romantic. Romantic? Like love blooming on the battlefield, that type of thing? Yeah, I think you do get it. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime, if you prove yourself worthy. Not really sure what that involves, but sure. Okay. She gives me a grin and a wink and then takes a seat at the table next to Reese. She's based. No one in this fucking cafe is neurotypical. I noticed that someone set the table while I was talking to Finley. Yeah, she's like, you gotta prove yourself worthy of, this, and then also there's a whole different layer to get to my fanfictions, but that's like, we have to get to at least third base before I even consider talking about the fanfictions. Someone set the table while I was talking to Finley. Mason and Hayes should be out in a minute, Avery. Come sit down. Sure. Where should I sit, though? What if there's some unspoken rule about this sort of thing and placing? You never know with new groups. As you can tell, Avery also. Fourth base is my fan work after intercourse, yeah. No sharing our AO3 accounts until after marriage. Tumblr, that's after like 5th marriage anniversary. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Quietly, I take the seat. Mason emerges from the back with a large tray balanced atop each hand. Listen. The glove. The glove pose thing is a time. We don't need to talk about it, though. One tray has a giant stack of French toast, the other has some kind of egg thing. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. Whoa. I had no idea how hungry I was until just now. She sets the trays down in front of us, then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon because I'm about to be on that egg thing like Mochi on wet food. Eat her. Okay. We already did that in the last route. Mason returns a few moments later, cradling 6 empty coffee cups in her arms. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a carafe full of coffee. They set the cups and carafe on the table and take their seats. Hayes' butt barely hits the chair. Are you paying attention to Hayes' butt, Avery? I never realized. Avery's out here paying attention to men's asses. What is he, like men? Huh? Hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid that I'll lose my hand in the fray if I jump in now, but I'm so hungry. Landry reaches out an arm from behind the fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats Reese's hand as he reaches for the syrup pitcher. Save some for Avery. Jeez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food. I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important. While everybody shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating a real breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of a microwave, so I'm going to savor this. Wow, this is amazing. Mason, what is this egg thing? Mason's eyebrow shoots up. She looks at me like I grew another nose. Frittata? Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make. Just eggs and vegetables in a pan. Still, I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. It's really nice to have a real breakfast. What do you usually eat, Avery? Mostly cold pizza or toaster tarts, I guess, if I remember to get them. This man's the disaster of the year. Mason glares like I knocked her plate on the floor. She stares directly at me, through me, with a hard look in her eyes. You eat here now. Always. Can I still have pizza sometimes? Not for breakfast. Ever. I can hear Finley and Reese snickering. Okay, but other times they're still okay, right? Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast. Avery, when we're done, we'll need to talk about dress code. Oh, Reese, don't start this again. Shh. It's an important part of the new employee orientation. Landry passes a positively pained look at Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate. Landry, you're such a mama bird sometimes. Lighten up. Avery, look at this place. We take our visual presentation very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Hayes places his empty plate in a cup on Mason's plate and takes the stack to the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat. Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff. Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so... No, this is about uniforms. Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that wobbles briefly on two legs. She stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop. Opening soon. Time to get ready. She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few other plates on top. That looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing. Yeah. Reese, you're lucky that these are clean clothes. You're lucky that this isn't the pajama, like shorts and loose t-shirt that we had on this morning. Like, technically we only see you see a new outfit from Avery and from the other characters in like the very ending picture with them. But other than that, this is like, we have two outfits. One is pajamas and one is every other time. Which, fair. Better than what I do, which is just... I don't sleep in my jeans, I promise, I swear. That looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing. Come on. She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads into the kitchen. Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform. Ask Reese about the uniforms. He seems pretty serious about this. Maybe I shouldn't blow him off because they look so young. Maybe he's secretly as old as Graves or something. Uniforms? No one else is wearing any uniforms. They just haven't changed yet, or they don't need them. Only the waitstaff wear uniforms, and you'll be waiting tables with Landry today. Yeah, but Landry doesn't have a uniform. Reese glances over his shoulder towards Landry, who made himself busy straightening up with the tables in the dining area. He doesn't appear to have heard either of us, or he's just ignoring us. That's because we don't have a uniform in his size. Yet, at least. Someday he won't have an excuse anymore. Come on, Avery, I bet you'll look cute in a uniform. I can't help feeling a bit itchy about this. Reese rummages around in a drawer by the back door and pulls out some kind of black, orange, and white lace thing. This can't be it, right? This looks like it should be in your size. Now come on. He dumps the pile of lace and fabric in my hands and pushes me towards what I assume is the bathroom. I pause in front of the door and give Reese a baleful look. Oh, come on, at least try it. For humoring him. Alarm bells are going off in my head, but where's the harm? I look a little silly? Hell, I might even end up looking cute. Alright, just give me a second. Good answer. He seems pleased, and I'm a little irked by that smug sense of victory he's oozing. I close the bathroom door behind me and lay out the uniform. Yikes. This is even worse than I thought. Well, it's too late to turn back now. I put the uniform on. At least I think I put it on properly. I can't tell if all these bows are supposed to go in the front or the back. I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror and decide it's better not to make eye contact with my reflection. I crack open the door and am met with Reese and Finley's eager faces. Here we are, gay people. This is the closest we get to cat maiddom. This is the closest we can get, which is unfortunate. But whatever. Finley holds up her phone. The flash doesn't go off this time. I told you I'd get a candid. You look so regal. Really, I can't believe you'd fall for such an obvious prank. Yep, you got me. Come over and take a look, Landry. Reese turns to beckon Landry, who quickly mumbles an excuse to himself and disappears upstairs. It's a pity neither of you were here when Landry wore it. He was bursting out the thing. It looked absolutely ridiculous. I think it's cute. I'd wear the uniform. I know you would. That's why I can't trust you. Where did this even come from? Reese's lip curls in disgust. Graves, he should stick to interior design and never step into fashion again. He tried to get me to wear that too, you know. Told him he could keep his Halloween fever dream. If Graves designed it, I'm surprised he doesn't have a hooded cloak or a raven or something. Don't let you hear him say that. Don't let him hear you say that. He might make some additions. Listen, I'm coherent, I'm legible, I'm illiterate, not illiterate, literate. I think the less we mention this thing, the better. You're required to wear that today, by the way. Nope. Just for a little bit? Nope. Oh, I think you should. I closed the bathroom door behind me. I can't get this uniform off fast enough. Mostly because the bow got stuck. It never felt so good to be back in my trusty old digs. I opened the door and Reese and Finley have already scattered. I don't know where this uniform is supposed to go, so I suppose I'll just leave it folded up on the bathroom sink. I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. He's training me today, after all. I think he went upstairs. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken up station right in my path. Its sleeping belly up, stretched out nearly the whole width of the step. Buddy, that's real cute, but that's a dangerous place to sleep. It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place and settles itself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. It's not gonna be fun for either of you. It opens one eye into a thin slit, then makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all the cats this spoiled? Guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. I lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, a tiny orange and white bobtail cat whizzes past my feet, stops on the step below the sleeping cat, and raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet, looking angry. Am I going to have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two. The bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above. Ah, is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? The orange cat, Hash Brown's I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes on the bobtail kitten. Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice. The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc as if it's giving an okay, whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry. The cat's name is Hash Browns? Yeah. Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones. Some of their names. Well, at the moment there's Ramona, Shunsuke, Kotick, Owl, Bramblepelt, Now, Kisa, Valentine, Marina, Ein, Junta, Jamband, and so on. Holy crap. Which one was the bobtail? Oh! His face falls. Why does he look so nervous? That's, why don't you ask Reese later? Huh? Is that his cat? Did he name it something? Is it a bad name? No, he's, Graves should have told you about, Let's get to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. And ta-da! Your first day at a cat's paw has begun. And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic. Haha, yeah. The mornings are usually pretty slow. It might pick up later. It didn't. At all. All day. Sure, a few people came in and Landry had me wait their tables while he supervised. It went pretty well and I made a couple of bucks in tips, but that was it. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went to the kitchen, but I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtailed cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why you've taken a shine to this one. They're both complete hams. Not that I minded that it was slow. It just meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here, maybe? I can't get a solid count on them. They seem to have vanished sometimes. Looks like there's a lot of areas around here for them to hide. Thank you for your help today, Avery. Oh fuck, I always forget that's Landry's line because Finley shows up. Whatever. Landry, Finley, and I finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed. I don't know where Hayes went. So, how'd you like it? Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans. Oh, we should be here early then, huh? Don't say that like you aren't always early. Oh, I have to come in earlier? Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time. Okay, thanks. I can't imagine what busy means here. What, like 6 people in here at the same time? I've got a little more work I want to do on the blog, so you all go ahead. I'll close up if Graves doesn't get here to do it. Oh, thank you. Avery, you can head out. Thanks, are you leaving now? I could walk with you. I'll be out in a bit. You go on ahead. Oh, alright. See you all tomorrow. Night. The door closes behind me with a jingle. I have a job. My coworkers are pretty cute. I get to play with cats. And if this works out, I should be able to afford a place of my own soon. Wait until my parents hear about this. I'm feeling pretty good right now, and I can't help giving a little celebratory fist bump. Alright! I think I just heard someone snort a laugh behind me. I thought I said that pretty quietly. I turn around to see who it is, but there's nobody there but a cat. 2 cats, actually. Cats from the cafe. Reese's cat, the Siamese cat, to be precise. Crap, how did they get it outside? Did I let them out when I left? This is real bad. I'm pretty sure one of the first rules of working at a cat cafe is do not lose the cats. They're not looking at me anymore, so now's my chance. I start creeping towards both cats. If I move too suddenly, I might spook them. I only make a few steps before I see the bobtail's ears swivel back to face me. Without turning the rest of his head, it takes a springing leap and heads down one fork in the road. The Siamese cat continues down the same path, as casual as anything. Can't get them both, but I need to get at least one of them. Better decide who to go after. I know he's not supposed to be out here. What a little jerk cat. I take off after the bratty bobtail. Reese's cat suddenly turns around, and plants its haunches on the pavement. He looks up at me with a surprisingly bored expression. Oh, come off it, Avery. You can stop tailing me now, unless you were bent on following me home. The cat is talking. Why? Why do you look so surprised? You knew it was me, right? What? What? Come on, my cat self and human self look so similar. They're both equally gorgeous. How did you not put 2 and 2 together? Of course I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Who the hell's gonna think, oh, of course, he is also a cat? That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. I can't believe I'm even having this conversation right now. I don't know why I expected you to know anything about witches. I mean, look at you. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, I don't think you know much at all. Fine. Graves obviously did a trash job of explaining this, so all the work is up to me. Again, everyone at a cat's paw is under a curse. Once we leave the premises, we turn into cats. The curse is likely tied to the cafe itself, though I don't think anyone else knows how. This is probably the most absurd thing I've ever heard, but it's also sort of hard to deny because a cat is telling me. So, everybody? Graves too? Who knows? I've never seen him as a cat, but I haven't seen him doing a lot of things. Does that mean... am I gonna be cursed too? I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I would. How do I end up not cursed? If I knew that, I'd be a lot taller and less furry right now. How do you even get a cat curse? Didn't you hear me? Witches Believe it or not, the area is full of them. I'd go with the or not, but I can't really come up with a more plausible reason. This is absurd. I've had a long day and my brain's leaking out of my ears, that's all. I might just be imagining this. Are you done, then? I have things to do. What, like chase birds? Cute. Look, if it makes you feel better, we can talk more about this at work tomorrow. With everyone else. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Introduce me to all the talking cats. Just don't be late again. Hey, I wasn't late today. Get the feeling if he had the shoulders for it, Reese would be shrugging right now. Instead, he rolls his head from side to side. Reese stands back up. He takes a grand leap up a trash can, then up again to the fence. Whatever you say. Good night, Avery. With that, he's gone. Good night? The sun's barely gone down, but I'm capital letter done with the day. This is too much. Don't forget the good food this time. The canned stuff. Did someone just say something? There's no one here but Mochi. Oh, for crap's sake, I find him standing next to the food bowl, looking up at me with those expectant eyes. I gently nudge him with my foot. Did you say that? Nope. Nope, I'm done. I dump the rest of the canned food into the bowl and scurry out of the kitchen. Then I dump myself in bed. I don't even want to think about it right now. I'm just gonna sleep in a real bed for once. Maybe sleeping on that couch so much it's messing with my head. I don't usually close the door, but I think it's a good idea tonight. I don't want Mochi whispering to me in my sleep. I wake up early enough that I surprise myself. This is gross. Who does this? At least I slept fairly well, all considered. My cheek hurts, kind of like when I'm getting one of those real powerful zits. Just when I have a job where I see people all day. What perfect timing. I kick my legs free of the big blankets and roll off the side of the bed with my usual grace. God, this thing feels gross. I don't have any of my acne stuff with me here, but maybe Aunt Wendy has something I can put on it. I trundle over to the vanity to assess the damage. That's not a zit. That is a whisker. There is a whisker growing out of my face. It won't come out. I thought at first maybe it was Mochi's and it got stuck there, but nope. Growing out of my face. I tried to pluck it. That was probably one of the worst ideas I've ever had. Now I know just how sensitive cat whiskers are. Is this really how the curse starts? I've been pacing around for too long. I gotta go to work, but how am I supposed to leave the house like this? What if someone sees me? I guess I could try to cover it with something. I dig around a bit and find some dust masks under the sink. Maybe that'll do the trick? I can pretend I have a cold or something? Or not, because putting it on feels really awkward against my face. I'm at a loss here. I'd call one of the staffers, but I didn't get their numbers yesterday. Guess it'd be hard to use a cell phone as a cat anyway. I have to go to the cafe and hope someone's there to ask. I ain't run into anyone on my way to the cafe yesterday, but knowing my luck, there'll be a whole crowd or something. I keep my head down and walk quickly. Jeez, my face itches. I hope another one isn't coming in. The thought is enough to make me pick up my pace. Running to work is gonna be a theme for me. Maybe it'll keep me in shape. I just hope I can keep my human shape too. Why are there so many people milling about in front of the cafe today? This is exactly what I was dreading. It's like they should have specifically look at the magical mutating cat person. As I approach the cafe, the whisker falls off like a dead leaf or something. Look at it just flutter to the floor. I lean down to pick it up, and if I hadn't seen it happen, I would have thought it fell off of any of the cats. This is stupid. This is so stupid. My eyes start to sting. I can't tell if I should be mad or crying or both. It's just really, really stupid, and I don't want to deal with it. I kick the door open with my foot, but it's actually pretty heavy, so it just sort of nudges open. Where the hell is Graves? Looks like most of them are already here. They're already setting the table for breakfast, but like this is just a regular, normal day where no one grows cat whiskers. Oh, Avery. I don't think he's in yet. What's the matter? This is the matter. This whole dumb situation. You probably can't see the whisker I'm waving around, but I don't care. He knows what I'm talking about. Oh, is that yours? What kind of cat are you? I'm not any kind of cat. I'm a people. I can't believe this. Oh, come on. Fuck, what? Bitch. Oh, come off. Come on, Avery. You should have known this was gonna happen. How the hell was I supposed to know? Seems like somebody here didn't read his contract. The safe areas and other tips are mentioned in the welcome pamphlet. What contract? You signed some paperwork when you started, right? Yeah? Well, how can you all be so chill about this? We work for an evil dungeon lord who's turning us on to cats. I don't think they're called dungeon lords. Avery, none of us are happy with this either. We're just doing what we can. There's gotta be more you can be doing. Where is Graves? He may be upstairs, but I don't know. I remember hearing Graves go up the creaky steps yesterday. Maybe that's his office or something? Whatever it is, that room's gonna be missing a door after I kick it off its hinges. I storm towards the back of the cafe. The steps must be back here somewhere. Hayes and Mason are in the kitchen. Hayes is gawking, and even Mason's got an eye on me. Avery, where are you going? I've had enough of this. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. What? This cursed crap. The others trail me to the kitchen. What am I, the cat herder? Avery, chill out. We're all a bit mad about it. We aren't all mad about it. Most of us signed up for it on purpose. It's done some good things for some of us. Well, I'm mad about it. I'm mad as hell. Turning into a cat won't do jack for me. I know you're mad, but it's not Graves' fault. He does a lot to help us. We owe him. Well, I don't owe him a damn thing. Seriously, Avery, shouting at our boss isn't going to change anything. There's nothing we can do about it right now. Let's just sit down and talk about it. I guess I see what you mean. Now come on. Don't be such a salty caramel latte. Finley puts her arm around my shoulder. I try shrinking away, but she just redoubles her efforts. I've never had someone so forceful about comforting me. You like donuts, right? How about jelly donuts? Does this have to do with anything? I think it's time to show you that this cat curse isn't all bad. She gives me a quick wink and a punch on the shoulder. Go sit down at the table. I'll be out to show you in a sec. This is so stupid. Frustration festers in the pit of my stomach, and now I don't even have anywhere to put it. Feel another hand slap me gently between the shoulder blades. What is it with these people? This time it's Mason. Didn't eat yet, right? No, I've been freaking out about this all morning. How am I supposed to eat? She doesn't lift her hand. I can feel it like a weight on my back. Stop sulking and sit down. Eat. Is that a comfort or a threat? Good food calms you down. She gives me a firm but gentle push towards the dining area. It's like being scooted forward by a steel pillar. I guess I might as well go sit down. I return to the front of the cafe and flop down in the chair at the head of the tables. After all that following everyone was doing before, no one bothered to come back out yet. Maybe they think I could use the space to cool off. It feels a little bit like I'm in timeout. First out of the kitchen is Hayes, of all people. He tiptoes up delicately and sets a small teacup down in front of me. It's chamomile and lavender tea. It can help with stress. I drink it sometimes when I'm overwhelmed, too. Hayes flinches a bit when I look up at him. I pick up the teacup and hold it to my face. It smells lovely, at least. He looks at me with his eyebrows upturned until I take a sip. When I oblige, I see what he means. This is pretty calming. I let out a deep sigh. I can feel my shoulders slump a bit. Hayes seems relieved that I've approved it. He takes it as permission to sit and takes a seat next to me. You know, I get anxious a lot. You probably guessed that, though, huh? Some things help me out, like the tea, but I think the thing that helps me the most is being a cat. I know that must sound pretty stupid, but it's nice to have somewhere to go. I like that I can curl up in a tiny corner and nothing's expected of me. It helps me a lot.
That really does sound stupid, but that's what we mean when we aren't mad about it. No, I think I get what you're saying. I don't agree, but I get it. Thanks. He doesn't seem to know what to say. He's just sort of staring down at the table and picking pieces off the paper napkin in front of him. Okay, I get it for someone like him. Does that mean I should give him space? He's definitely right about the tea, for sure. He probably should have poured some for himself. Heck, he should probably have an idea of it. He seems so on edge all the time. But what about the others? Did they get something out of this too? Esteemed patrons, may I have your attention, please? Especially you, Avery. Where is her voice even coming from? Down here, kiddo. Eh? I look down and... Huh? Your jelly donut? It's me, a real-life internet sensation. You're so surprised. You should see the look on your face right now. Wow, you really capitalized on this curse, huh? I just started making videos as a way to have fun with the situation. Who knew it would make me a celebrity? I'll give you my autograph later if you'd like. No, I'm fine. She gives my leg a playful pat and gives me a wink. You're so starstruck. I am not. You so are. I bet you spend a lot of time on the internet. I bet you know all about me. No? You're blushing. Why would I be blushing about a cat? Oh, cut the shtick, both of you. Reese saunters up, serving platter in hand. He nudges Finley aside with his foot, scooting her a good distance away from the table. Rude. Are you over your temper tantrum, Avery? Well, I almost was, and then you had to come in here and call it a temper tantrum. No sense of humor, just like I said. He reaches over my shoulder and sets a plate of pancakes down in front of me. Finley, go change back. I don't want your dirty feet on the table again. God, I'm so gonna sneak a nip on your clothes next time you're on a cat detail. Despite her threat, Finley saunters off, tail flicking, into the break room. She returns a moment later and flops down the seat across from me, but not before grabbing another stack of pancakes from Reese. She's already digging into her food when Mason comes from the table and takes her usual seat. Landry follows close behind her with another tray of pancakes, and the rest of the table pounces on their breakfast prey. How are you feeling, Avery? Better, I guess. I'm glad to hear it. We didn't mean to spring this on you. I think we all forgot how confusing this all was at the start, and I assumed you already knew what was happening. So am I the only one who didn't read the contract? Did it say like, hey, I'm gonna turn you into cat or something? Not in so many words, at least. But of course we all read it, right? Wow. The varying degrees of sheepishness going around this table right now? Nope. I didn't really understand the safe zones talk and things. I thought it was about safety protocol, but I didn't ask. Hayes shrugs and looks intently at the maple syrup pooled on his plate, which I'm choosing to interpret as no. I skimmed it. I got the potential for great power, but at a price part. But the specifics... Oh my god. Oh my god, all of you. No wonder I'm the one in charge here. The point is, Avery, we don't want you to feel like you're alone. We've tried finding out more about it, but we all hit dead ends. Yeah, you can't exactly wiki how to cure a cat curse. Well, you can, but the results are... well, they're from the internet. Why didn't you just ask him? Oh yeah, I did, but he said something like... We are all but actors on the stage of life, and we have been cast in the drama of this cafe. That does sound like something he would say. And he bought that? But everyone just sort of nods and agrees with Reese. Wow. But we're all in this together. We're like teammates now, and we can figure this out with or without Graves. Yeah, right. We can do this. I raise my fork, pancake piece still attached, and try it like a musketeer giving a salute. I get varying nods and murmurs from agreement, but nobody follows my example. I thought we could have made this a thing. What we need to figure out first is crowd management. Jelly donut days are rough, and we need to be ready. I think I should spend time with Mason. To help her in the kitchen, of course. Hayes too. I'm okay with that. We might need you both to come out and help us from time to time, too. We can't spare anyone besides Finley for cat detail today. You know how these days go. No cat breaks. Sorry, Hayes. I know. Avery will be the main two covering the floor. Hayes and Reese will be out from time to time if we get really swamped, and Graves should be by later to help us out. Might be a little hectic, so I hope you're ready. This sounds exciting. I bet this place is fun when it's busy. Yeah, some of the people who come by are so cute. Just wait until you see the kids. This little girl had a jelly donut shirt she made herself. Oh, that is so cute. I think you'd look cute in a jelly donut shirt too. Are you trying to get me to join your fan club or something? I don't have one, but if you'd want to manage it, then no, that's your loss. Mason, are you ready? This is going to be a long day for you. I like a challenge. Now finish eating so we can get back to work. Yes, ma'am. Reese shovels one last pancake in his mouth and without even finishing chewing, grabs his plates and hurries after Mason. Hayes at least manages some grace in his exit. I better go get ready too. My public awaits. Finley hands me her plate, then dramatically flicks her hair away from her like a starlet in a photo shoot. She disappears into the back of the hall. Alright, Avery, drink your coffee because it's time to get energetic. Yeah. Good, because if you look outside the cafe and around the corner... Oh man, is this why there are so many people out front? Yup. I better chug this coffee then. Well, better get pumped. And oh boy, did it become busy fast. There was a crowd of people as soon as we opened the door, and they're all clamoring to see the internet sensation, Jelly Donut. They pour in like a leak in a ship's hull. Landry tells me that sometimes we have to cap the number of people allowed in it at a time, but it's not that bad yet. Hopefully the numbers stay down until Graves gets back. We'll need the crowd control in the afternoon. Where the heck is he anyway? I'm sure he has a lot to deal with. There's a lot more to managing a restaurant than what goes on inside, I'm sure. He always comes back to help out sooner or later. I'm having a lot of trouble picturing Graves waiting tables. Maybe he wears that uniform Reese is so obsessed with. Okay, I don't have time to sit here daydreaming about that. There are tables to wait. Boy, are there a lot of orders for donuts and coffee today. I didn't even know that was on the menu. I guess it's pretty on point to offer donuts on a day where Jelly Donut is in the cafe, but somehow I hadn't expected it. I don't see them in the pastry case. Maybe they're in the back? I better go check. Hey Mason, are there donuts back here? Oh, yeah, there are. A whole stack of them, and they're still warm. Oh, they're those cakey donuts that look so good too. I shouldn't be hungry after a big breakfast, but they look amazing. The coast is clear. I don't see Mason. Hayes and Reese aren't even in the room. I could just one donut won't hurt, right? I reach out my hand and feel another hand on my shoulder. I freeze. I can feel her lean in real close, so close I feel her hair brush the side of my face. Gonna pay for that? Oh, sorry, don't steal from my kitchen. She says it in such a low, calm voice, but I will never, ever think about it again. Sorry, I won't do it again. You're right, you won't. She ruffles my hair and is gone as quickly as she arrived. I pity anyone that ends up on her bad side. Hopefully I'm not one of them. Now stop wasting my time, it's busy out there. Right. Mason dumps the tray of plates in my hands, then shoos me out of the kitchen. I bring the plates to their respective tables. I'm getting real good at this waitstaff stuff. Oh, thank goodness you're back, Avery. We're so swamped. Avery of the rescue. It's still a bit much. I feel like we're under a waterfall of people who want to see Jelly Donut or something like that. I don't know, I'm too busy to think of a good metaphor. Finley's loving it though. Just look at her mug for the camera. Ah, and there they go again. Someone else trying to put a donut on her head. Excuse me, please read the rules. We can't let customers bring food to the cat play area. Fine, whatever. Jeez. You think you see something on the internet and it's okay to do it in real life? Some people. Someone better talk to that kid about the bad habits she's encouraging in people. The offending customer has already vanished back to his table, but now there are 3 people who've taken his place. We need more babysitters. One at a time, please. No flash photography. Oh, thank goodness. Reese and Hayes are back out to help corral the crowds. Reese is taking a spot at the door as the world's tiniest bouncer, and Hayes is taking someone's order, which reminds me I better get back to work too. We're in the final stretch, but dang, this is exhausting. My pockets are bursting with tips, but that's not consolation if I feel like I'm never gonna leave this place. I could really use a break. Hey. What's she doing out here? Does she need a break too? I suppose I shouldn't be too selfish. I'm not the only one working my butt off here. Get in here. It's not a request so much as a command. I better go see what's up. Did some kind of baking bomb go off here? We're all taking turns bussing tables, but this crowd hasn't left much time to deal with dishes and cooking utensils. I need your help. And here I thought you didn't trust me in the kitchen. I don't, smartass. I need coffee. Yeah, me too. No, we're low on beans. Get them from the basement right around the corner. I'm swamped. Oh, duh. Yeah, of course, just a sec, I'll get them. I've never been in the basement before. Probably not a great idea to get someone to help me out, but dark spaces kind of creep me out. This is a restaurant, not a haunted house, and I'm not a scaredy cat. It should be fine. Here goes nothing. Holy crap, Graves. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt and this happens? This isn't a restaurant storehouse, it's a Halloween surplus store. Is that? It is. That's a curio full of model skeletons. What the hell? What's he got padlocked in that closet? Do I want to know? Yikes. I better get out of here and go back upstairs quickly before I get attacked by a giant toad. I find a giant bag of underground coffee beans that I'm sure I can barely lift myself, but more interesting is the book that's resting on top of it. With its worn leather cover embossed with silver swirlies in the shape of a cat, it looks like a spellbook or something. It's probably Graves' diary. I'm so curious. It wouldn't hurt to take a little peek, right? The heck? I don't get this at all. Is it written in code or something? This is all nonsense. Wait a second. Why is my name here? Ew. Graves is writing about me in his diary? Avery. Ooh, she sounds mad. Now's not a good time to start reading. The book's real tiny and fits just right in my hoodie. I'm gonna have to take a look at it later. It's probably nothing, but after seeing my name in it, how can I resist taking it home for a better look? I'll bring it back before anyone notices it's gone. Okay, but seriously, I should leave before a crow lands my hair or something. I heft the coffee bag in my arms and trundle up the stairs back to the kitchen. Ah, the light of day. It's way too quiet in that basement. I barely get the doors open when I hear muffled clanging of pots and pans. In the kitchen. Get lost? Took you long enough. Sorry, I don't know my way around down there yet. Creepy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm glad you said it. It gives me the chills. I like it. Somehow I'm not surprised. Thanks. Now get back to work. Okay. Anytime? Whirring of the coffee grinder starts immediately after I start talking. This conversation is probably over, but I better get out there and see what's going on. Looks like the crowd is dissipated. I also don't see Finley or Jelly Donut anywhere. Guess even her energy has its limits, huh? Hey cutie, how about some coffee? I had a really busy day at work. Oh, there she is. Wow, she looks worn out. I bet that does take a lot out of you. Cutie? Dang, is she just being friendly or is she making a move? You work here too, why not get yourself? Oh, come on, I'm wiped out. I had a real busy day. Yeah, you're right, sorry. How do you want your coffee? Skim milk, 2 sugars. Alright, be right back. Fetch her a cup of coffee just the way she likes it. Once I make it back, I catch her looking at her phone. The cafe got some really good comments today. We should see a nice boost in traffic from this. So, is that what you mean by social media expert or whatever? Yup. I run the company message board and all those other accounts. Jelly Donut was something I started to get more cafe traffic. I didn't expect it to get so big. It's actually a lot of fun. You should join me when you start transforming too. Could use a sidekick. Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about that until just now. Ooh, sorry. I'm just trying to help. Here, come sit with me for a sec. It's quiet enough that Landry can take the remaining stragglers, so it should be fine if we sit just for a minute or two. Really though, it's gonna be fine. We all stick together here, and you're part of the family now, got it? You have sprinkles in your hair. She reaches up and finds a treasure trove of sugar stuck in her bangs. Aha! So I do. I mean it though, got it? Yeah, thanks. Got any room for another at this table? Huh, guess there weren't too many left after all. I glanced downstairs and it looks like he already locked the door. Always. Landry scoots a chair next to Finley. Guess the cafe is closed now. I expect you all won't be spending too much time lollygagging. We have cleanup to do. Jeez, Dad. Lollygagging? Really? I don't know, it was the first word that came to mind. Why don't you sit with us too? We could all use a break. I suppose so. Where are Hayes and Mason? Well, you know Mason, she's probably already gone. She doesn't stick around after shifts to help with cleanup? She gets here earlier than any of us for prep, so it's only fair she also leaves early. Besides, I think she has something that she does after work. What, as a cat? Hey, don't judge! I wonder what kind of cat she is anyway. Feels kind of rude to think that, but you know what they say about curiosity in cats. I should see if she's here to thank her for her work. I'll be right back. Tell Hayes to come join us if you see him. You got it. Wow, the kitchen is pretty clean already. Was Mason that quick? Oh, there she is. I caught her before she could go. Mason! What? Oh, you really busted your butt today. Thank you. It's my job. She's already got one foot out the door. She seems irritated that I interrupted her. Well, have a good night. With that, she's gone. Boy, she's hard to talk to. She disappears around the corner, but a second later I catch a glimpse of a lanky orange cat with a crooked tail. Maybe that's her. Looks like she's heading in the same direction as my apartment. I wonder if we're neighbors? Probably not. That's kind of silly to assume. When I get back to the kitchen, I hear a sink running. It looks like Hayes is doing the rest of the dishes. Why hasn't he come out with the others? Poor boy deserves a break as much as the rest of us. If everyone's a family, like Finley said, he should be a part of it too. Hey, put those down. Come out. We're all gonna sit and have coffee together. It's fine, thank you. What, you don't like me now? What? I'm teasing you. Come on. You're one of us, and I'm sure you're tired too. I'll come back and help you with the dishes after we're done. I'm sure I won't be the only one either. We gotta stick together, right? I guess so. Come on, I'll get your coffee even. I'd rather get it myself. I'm a little picky with coffee. Oh yeah? How so? I prefer a good cappuccino instead. We have a nice espresso machine here. Oh, like the one you made me for my interview. That was really good. Thank you? Cappuccino is steamed milk and espresso. It's a delicate balance. Can you make me another one? Sure. Oh, is that a smile? It is. I'll go make them now. Meet you in the dining room. I head out to the cafe. Hayes walks with me at first, but slips upstairs as soon as we reach the staircase. There are a series of loud whirring noises, and he returns with a cup in each hand. He's careful as he hands me mine. It's still a little hot. It looks amazing, thank you. I head back upstairs, coffee in hand, and return to my seat. Hayes follows shortly after and sits at the table next to us. I reach out and drag his table a little closer to ours. We all sit down and talk over coffee for a while. We divide tips, careful to leave a separate stack for Mason when she gets in tomorrow. It's getting pretty dark. I should get going soon. I say goodbye to everyone and head out. They're all staying late again. I can understand that. Of course, they'd want to be human for as long as possible. I'm gonna enjoy this while I can. The gravity of the situation weighs on me as soon as I'm out the door. What the hell am I gonna do once I start turning into a cat? How could I even explain that? Nobody would believe me. And the thought flies out of my head. That black cat with the odd eyes is back. It sits in the middle of the road. Something dangles from its mouth, but I can't tell what. Quit it, Graves. I know that's you. The black cat stares back at me impassively. Playing dumb isn't gonna work. Black cat flops on the pavement and splays out its legs. It's not even looking at me. Maybe I'm off on this hot tip after all. Guess sometimes a cat's just a cat. Everything's getting to me. All the more reason to go home and get some sleep. It's almost home now. I should figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner. Ah! Something just hit my back. Get it off, get it off, get it off, get it off. Wait, it's gone? I see the black cat at my feet. What the hell? Damn it, Graves! I don't care if this cat is Graves or not. I'm calling it that until I'm proven wrong. Meow.
The black cat trots off somewhere. Is it just me, or did it kind of sound like someone saying the word meow? Worse than that, sounded kind of smug. Graves. Maybe it's not him. Maybe I just smell like cat and attract other cats now. I better get home before I'm jumped by more strays. I run the rest of I am a coherent human being who can speak in the English language. Okay. I run the rest of the way home and slam the door behind me. I can't take this. If my hair wasn't already white, it'd be turning that way. You're late. Eh? Who said that? I look down. Mochi's fat face is looking at me. Oh, no. I'm not doing this. I dump some kibble in Mochi's bowl and go to my room and close the door behind me. I shamble into my pajamas, but when I bundle up my hoodie, I feel a firm squarish bulge in my pocket. That's right, the book. Maybe something useful is in here? I start to flip to the book again. There's my name, and there's Hayes, Finley, Mason, Landry, and Reese. This must be a clue of some kind, but I don't know what it's supposed to say. All these words look like they've been written by birds hopping around in ink. I toss my hoodie to the floor and get to work. Maybe I can decipher it. If I hold the book upside down, no. Is there a cipher? Nope. I don't know why I'd be bothered looking. Of course it won't be that easy. Try for another 20 minutes or so, but it's useless. I give up. Frustrated, I drop the book. It hits my hoodie and ungracefully tumbles over. I shuffle them away with my foot, but something tumbles out. What is that? It looks like it fell out of the hood. Bookmark? Did I leave that there? Why would I put anything there? I pick it up. It looks like it's got some weird holographic center. It's kind of pretty. Should bring it back to the cafe tomorrow along with that stupid book. Go to tuck the bookmark into it for safekeeping, but... Hold up. I can read it with this. I don't know how it got there, but this is the key to reading this book. The Hallowed Covenant of Witchery? What? Reese did say something about witches the other day. This might be a good lead to whatever's going on. I settle in with the book and start from the beginning. I've been doing this for days now. I wake up, go to work, come home, lose myself in the grimoire, and barely make it to bed right before the sun comes up. Lather, rinse, repeat. Listen to me. I'm calling the thing a grimoire now. I can't stop reading this dang book, or mumbling to myself, I guess. But seriously, there's all this stuff about witches, covens, powers. I've never seen anything like it. Sometimes I don't even understand the words on the page, but it makes me feel strange when I read. Powerful, I guess. Like if I keep going, they'll suddenly click into place and I'll learn something unknowable. It's getting to me, though. I feel haggard. My coworkers pointed out that I'm getting some wicked bags under my eyes. I haven't even told them about the book. I bet they think I've just been up playing video games or something. What's with you? You're so friendly lately. Since when do you sit in laps? They do say that some witches get familiars. No, that's ridiculous. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm not becoming a witch. I've been trying some of the stuff in the book out, though, just a bit. You can't blame me for that. Hear me out, but I think I managed to move a cola can with magic. Maybe it was balanced weirdly or something and fell on its own, but it felt like it worked. And I've definitely been reading this gibberish book for too long. I should stretch my legs or something. Right, Mochi? See, even Mochi agrees, and he hates exercise. Hey, it's actually pretty early. Reading a dusty tome all night actually reset my sleep schedule to a normal one. I'm gonna celebrate with some coffee, breakfast, and a nice walk. When did I become a coffee drinker anyway? It's not bad at all now that I've gotten used to it. The stuff I drink is actually a real shade of tan now, almost. My palate is refining every day. I just want a big old cheese Danish or something, too. There's that corner store down the road. I've been in there for a lot of stuff, and their breakfast pastries do look good.
could also just stop by the cafe. It's closed to customers today, but I bet someone's hanging around who could make me a nice fancy coffee or something. You know what? Why waste money when I can just go to the go get some coffee for free at the cafe? I'm still not real great on that water to coffee grounds ratio, but better I learn with myself than customers, right? Last time I tried to make coffee was a disaster. It came out as this gross brown water. I really have to learn to do this right. Huh, doesn't look like anybody's here yet. There's some lights on in the cafe and the floor above, but I don't see anyone moving around inside. Maybe I was wrong about the people coming here on their days off? Is it really just gonna be me hanging out at work like I have nothing better to do? Alright, I'll just go make some coffee and figure out what else to do for the day. Luckily, I just got my key. I can unlock the door and let myself in. Even though there are no people here, the cafe still feels busy with all these cats milling around. There goes Hash Browns bossing around some other cat like usual, now is making eyes at his own reflection on the floor. Kotek's in a cute little ball by the window. Marina and Ein are catching some sun. Junta has his paw around one of the other cats like they're spooning. Who is it? I peek in closer to get a look and maybe a photo. When I see the little seal nose when I see that little seal point nose sticking out, I pause. Is that Hayes? His ear flicks and one eye shoots open. Looks like he takes a moment to register what's happening, but once he does, his eyes dilate to the size of saucers. Avery! His tail puffs up and he backs away from Junta at a surprising speed. He bumps into the wall and then hops a solid 6 inches into the air in shock. Hayes, calm down. It's just me. Junta was crying a lot, and then I just sort of, oh, please don't make fun of me. Junta is one of our newest cats. He's a sweetheart stray we found wandering the streets, but he scares easily, so he gets clingy sometimes. Well, how would I do that? That was real sweet of you. Slowly I reach down and scratch Junta behind the ears. He's confused by all the commotion, but doesn't seem too stressed about it. But you're so thoughtful about the cats. It's great. Oh, I guess so, thanks. I'm jealous, actually. I wish I could sleep in a pile of cats. It's pretty nice. Seems to have calmed down a bit, thankfully. How about some coffee? I could go for a cup, and I bet you could too. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna change back. Don't look, okay? You got it. Despite being around all these cursed cat people, I've never seen a transformation in progress. Maybe it's not something I'm supposed to see. Anyway, it's probably rude and creepy as watching someone get changed, so I'm not about to pee. Okay. Would you like a cappuccino? I'll go make us some coffee. That sounds great, thank you. Score, I don't have to mess with the coffee machine after all. Sink into my favorite spot on the big circle couch and take a big ol' sip of my coffee. I could sit here all day. Maybe I will. Oh. Avery, you're here early. Yeah, I thought I'd come see what everyone's doing. I've been cooped up in my house too long. It's good to see you. I'll be around doing some handiwork, but let me know if you need anything. Oh, don't worry about me. It sounds like you'll be busy enough. There's the door again. Hello, hello. So, Avery, what breed are you? Do you know yet? Excuse me? Cat, I mean. Sorry, is this still a sensitive subject? No. Nothing's happened to me since the day I grew the whisker. Figured it'd take more time. That's strange. I turned in about a week. Yeah, me too. Hayes nods from the other couch. This wouldn't be the first time Avery's slow on the uptake. Were you just like standing there waiting for a chance to say something like that? Of course not. He totally was. They're right though, playing with that book made me totally forget about the curse. I'm drinking my sparkling water like some kind of heathen. Why haven't I seen any changes since then? Well, I'm gonna go do some laundry. Let me know whenever you find out. I'm betting you'll be a silver tabby or something pretty like that.
I hope the type of cat I become is still a person.
Reese rolls his eyes and flops down a long row of seats to the side of the cafe. He settles in with a spiral-bound sketchbook. Finley picks up a large bag and trundles towards the stairs. Is there a laundry machine up there? Yeah, in Graves' apartment. He lets us do laundry there for free.
Wait, Graves lives here?
Well, duh. The 3rd floor is his apartment. Shouldn't we see him, like, all the time? He's basically a ghost, as is. He's usually out until really late and then leaves pretty early in the morning. I don't think he sleeps. Yes, I muted to burp. So you don't have to be subjected to that. I bet he sleeps in a fancy coffin. I just mean he's really busy. He takes care of all the administrative stuff for the cafe, after all. Well, I'd better get to work. That ramp is gonna build itself after all. Landry gives me a little wave, then disappears into the back. He's back a few minutes later with his hands full of lumber and a roll of carpet. So that's why all that stuff was in the basement. Sorry, it might get a little noisy in here. That's no problem with me. I suppose if you must. Landry and Reese go back to work. A few minutes later, I hear Finley. Peek up at the balcony and she's fiddling with a laptop or something. Everyone seems to be keeping themselves busy. Maybe I should help one of them? But on the other hand, I'm not getting paid for it, so... What's Landry hammering over there? He said something about a ramp. What's up? Oh, Avery. Just making some adjustments to the cafe for some newcomers. Oh, cool, let me help. You don't have to do that. I don't, but I'm gonna. He laughs and keeps going about doing what he was doing. I guess that's his way of saying no. There's gotta be something I can do. Make sure no cats come over while I'm working. I don't want them to play on this until we get all the carpeting on. This one looks a lot different than the others. The ramp is cute, but do you think they need it? Graves asked me to install these. He said he's bringing in a kitten with hypoplasia. Oh, what's that? He says it's a condition some cats are born with that affects their coordination. I don't want the little guy getting hurt trying to jump on these platforms, so I'm gonna add some ramps to my structures. I almost didn't catch all of that because he's just hammering away while we talk. Can't even take a break for a little conversation, huh? Your structures? Did you make all these? Heh, yeah. These are amazing! I thought you were just a charming waiter, but you're so talented too. It's no big deal. I'm really grateful Graves gives me a lot of chance to build things like this, though. I'd miss working with my hands if he didn't set up a workshop for me. Graves did that? No answer. He's just hammering away. Oh, sorry. Did you see all the saws and things in the corner of the basement? That's for me. Oh, I assumed he was dissecting zombies back there. Avery? He gives me a light, playful slap on the shoulder. His other hand is still balancing a hammer while propping up the ramp. Maybe I should take something from him before he becomes a workers' comp case. Can cats even get workers' comp? You're so unforgiving. He's really not a bad guy. Seriously, these are amazing, though. Did you design the whole place yourself? Oh, goodness, no. Most of it was blueprints Graves gave me. Most of it, you say? I bet there's some of your own personal genius in there too, though. You flatter me. I give him a quick wink and a smile, but he's a deer in the headlights. He drops the hammer and quickly fumbles to recover it in himself. It's so cute watching him get flustered like that. We all get caught up doing our own thing when I hear footsteps approach the kitchen. Why, if it isn't the big boss himself. My wonderful cat herders, I see you've been keeping the place well while I've been gone. He looks us over, but his gaze stops on me for a second. He has a weird glimmer in his eye that I can't really place. You. I'm on to you, buddy. I know you have something to do with that book. It can't have been here just because you're a collector or something. Heck, it has our names in it. I don't really understand those pages since the bookmark doesn't work on them, but it must be something fishy. Landry, excellent work on the cat's equipment as always. But I'm not done yet. Have you ever given me reason to doubt? I know you'll do a stellar job. We can talk about future designs soon. Sure thing, boss. Reese, I see you've been keeping your protege in line. Keep up the good work. Of course, nothing gets past me. The eye and the talon of an eagle. Protege? Are they talking about me? Hayes, my sweet Hayes, can I trouble you for some of your exquisite coffee? I'd be happy to. You are a treasure, as always. I hope you've been keeping well. Oh, well. Finley! Finley peeks her head up. Her head over the upstairs balcony to shout down. Come on, just come downstairs. Present! Your videos are keeping me busy. We hit a whole new attendance record the other day, and 6 adoptions in 2 days. The home inspections never end. I'm sorry you have such a precious, adorable girl here making your business work. You are my internet lifeline. I have no head for such things. I bet he's been lost ever since telegrams went out of style. And Avery. He's real close now. I don't think I like it. He puts his hand on my shoulder and levels his gaze down to mine. That blue eye is so chilling. It really is a telltale heart situation. I'm on to you, Avery. What? You're the fastest learner we've had here yet. I forget you're still new. I feel like he's not talking about the cafe work. Well, I've been doing a lot of studying. So you have. So you have. He lets go of my shoulder and turns to the rest of the employees. He definitely wasn't talking about the cafe. He definitely knows something about that book. I'd ask him more, but maybe it's not a good idea in front of everyone else. I'll chase him down later when he's leaving or something. I have to get more information. Where's Mason? I wanted to see her today, too. She hasn't been showing up much on her off days lately. Maybe she's found a comfy gig at an old cat lady's or something. Haven't been to your place in ages, though. Ooh! When did you get here? You startled me. Ah, Mason, I'm so glad you're here. It wouldn't be the same if you didn't join us. As much as I adore your cooking, today I'd rather give you respite. Think I'm gonna cook on my day off? Of course not. That's why I take the pleasure of providing you, my dear employees, with dinner today. But first, an announcement. He slips back into the kitchen for a moment. When he returns, he's holding a garment bag. No, you haven't even let me make the announcement. I know what this is. Absolutely not. For my more cooperative employees, then, with a surely practiced flourish, Graves unzips the garment bag and lets it fall to the floor. Oh no, no. Is that somehow both plaid and checked flannel? I didn't know you could make a suit out of that type of material. There's a sort of appalled silence from everybody. Reese looks personally offended. Mason just straight up leaves. No appreciation for your new uniforms. And to think I had it made in your size, Avery. Try it on, Avery! She's still shouting from the balcony. I can't blame her. I wouldn't want to get any closer to that than I had to. I'd rather wear a potato sack. And I went through such trouble to have it made. Check with us next time before you waste your time. 'Tis easier to beg forgiveness than ask permission, as they say. See, you knew we wouldn't agree to it. Well, I'll leave this here in case you all come to reason. Take some time to admire it. I'll be off for one last errand, but trust me, when I return, you'll all be treated to a wonderful meal. Until then, farewell. With that, he disappears into the kitchen. I am going to follow him, just to see what happens when he leaves. I get to the kitchen in time to see him leave through the black door. I'm sure I'm going to see a black cat, I just know it. I peek out the door as he leaves, and he gets further and further away from the cafe, but I don't see him change, even when he gets past the point where I know he's off cafe grounds. I guess the others already assumed he wasn't affected by the curse, but why? Does this prove he's the culprit? How else would he escape when it's gotten everyone else? Although, to be fair, I can't use that as proof. After all, I escaped the curse, and I sure as heck didn't cause it. It seems like as good a time as any, if I can find out more about what's going on. I peek back into the main cafe. It looks like everyone's back to whatever they were doing before. The newly arrived Mason has kicked up her feet on the couch and seems to be already dozing off. Finley did say we had free access to Graves' apartment, after all. I could go look and see what he's got hiding there. I'm also kind of curious about what it looks like. Then again, if he was hiding something there, wouldn't someone have noticed by now? Maybe he keeps all his magic stuff in that creepy basement. I wonder which is better to search. You know, I've always got the chance to go to that creepy basement. I should take the opportunity while Graves has gone to root around his apartment a bit. I tiptoe past Finley on the second floor, sure she's gonna say something to me about where I'm going, but she doesn't look up from her computer. Wow. It's immaculate. This makes me feel embarrassed about the state of my apartment right now, but whatever. He's probably showing off because he knows people come up here a lot. It's well designed, too. I can make fun of the guy all I want, but I have to admit he has a sense of style, interior decorating-wise at least. Heck, that cat castle looks downright regal. I wonder if Landry built that one? I don't see any cats in the apartment, but it would make sense that he had a setup for them, right? There's probably one in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I see a single suspicious blue eye peering at me from inside the castle. Is that Graves? A black cat peeks out. It is. It's not. Oh, hey there. The cloudy eye belongs to a dark mass of black fur that refuses to move, even though its gaze follows me everywhere I turn. Hey, buddy, it's okay. Sleek tail thumps in annoyance against the carpeted castle wall. I see you've met the great Countess Dracula. Shoot, I've been caught. Be cool, Avery. Play it cool. You named your cat Countess Dracula? Just Dracula, but she's a venerable lady now, and she deserves our respect. She's nearly 19, so I hope you've been taking care with her. Graves leans forward and pats his hands on his legs. Slowly, Dracula pulls herself from the cat castle and hops down. She looks good for her age. She's a tad shy with new people, but she's great. We've been through a lot together. Graves sits on the couch and holds his hand in front of him with an almost unexpected gentleness. Come here, you sweet old lady. Dracula saunters a little bow-legged walk up to him and headbutts his palm. Hello, darling. I can hear her purring from here. I'm taken aback by how cute they are together. I don't think you'll find what you're looking for in here, but you're welcome to stay for a while regardless. I feel terrible that we haven't been able to chat since you started. I wasn't looking for anything. You're a terrible liar, you know. Alright, so maybe I was kind of curious. Well, I'm here now, so if you have any questions, ask someone if they're a witch anyway. Hey, are you a witch seems a bit, I don't know. I know there's something weird about this cafe. Well, I'd be insulted if you said anything less about a cafe that I designed. I prefer weird. What do you know about this curse business? His eyes flicker for a moment, cold and fiery, before he turns them back towards Dracula. We are all cursed in our own ways, Avery. There are some instances where you must be your own savior. I will, if you won't help me. You're a strong one. I like that. Hell or high water, I'm gonna stick it to Graves and get this dumb curse lifted for everybody. How about that? Well, I'd best be headed back out. I need to make a few more rounds before I pick up dinner. You'll join us, won't you? Like I'm gonna pass out free dinner? Of course. He stands up from the couch and lightly ruffles my hair as he passes me. You're a sharp one, Avery. I'm glad you've joined my employ. Well, you're keeping me busy, for sure. But he's already gone. How the heck did he leave so quickly? I better get back downstairs. The others might be wondering if I fell asleep or something. I drift from person to person, helping everybody with what they're doing for a while. But eventually the urge takes over. I just want to play with the cats. Shunsuke gets all excited when I bust out the bell toy. Guess I'd be excited too. Olo gets messed up on the catnip toy. Now he's swatting at his own tail. I think his tail might be winning. Valentine is rolling around, kicking at nothing in the air. Seems to be having plenty of fun without me. Marina chases a feather on the string all the way up to the platform. Wish I had that much energy. And then they start taking naps, and that seems...
Will someone please exhume Avery from that pile in the corner? Huh? Oh, even more gender than ever before. This is the most gender of them all. I don't know why, it just is. Also, you can see, no ass. Zero ass. Negative ass. I jump up with a start. When did I fall asleep? Good morning, sleepyhead. Why is there garland on my head? In fact, I seem to be covered in cat toys. What the heck? Well, we tried to wake you up. With catnip? What is all this? Finley. What? I just put a mouse there to see if you'd wake up. And then you didn't, so I put another. And another. And another. I got some really cute pictures out of it. Oh my god, don't put those on the blog. Why would I ever do that? I fling a catnip mouse at Finley as hard as I can. It ricochets off her head. Ow! Hey. Okay. They won't go on the blog. Good. Today. No. Finley, be nice. All of you, stop distracting from the matter at hand. Dinner has arrived. I thought you were going to actually make dinner, not just order takeout. We usually order takeout on off days. It's a nice change of pace and to try some other restaurants around here. And there are fewer dishes to wash. The cuisine du jour is brought to us by that Thai restaurant downtown you also enjoy. Avery, I believe you'll be experiencing their splendor for the first time tonight. What'd you get? You didn't ask me what I wanted from the menu. I did, actually. You mumbled something about pad thai, then rolled over on top of a bunch of cat toys. Well, I mean, that's what I would have wanted anyway, so I look over at the tables, and it looks like they've all been pulled together into one long row again. Takeout boxes pile up in the center table, and all the places have already been set. Bon appetit, my dear employees! And then the pack descends on the takeout boxes. After some sorting, we're all settled with our respective food, and we sit down for dinner. Graves takes a seat at the head of the table. Well, he claims it in name, but he's hardly sitting at all. And when he's not flitting between us and offering us drinks, he's standing behind his chair and telling a story in as grand a grave gesture as you can imagine. When I was in college, none of you would have recognized me. What, did you take a break from your goth phase? Go grunge for a while? I would never break style. No, in fact, if anything, I suppose you could say I was more goth then. I had long black hair and I wore such elaborate makeup. If anything, that sounds more on brand than you are right now. Why stop? You can't imagine the time that took from my day. I had a business to run now, after all. Dad showed me a photo once, the one with you and your bandmate. Who? The guy with the mohawk? I don't know how he got such a huge hawk. Ah, yes. It was pure witchcraft, that hair. He's doing it on purpose, isn't he? With the witch jokes? Wait, you were in a band? Are you really surprised by that, Landry? Come on, everyone was in a band in the 90s. I don't recall that stereotype, but yes, I was in fact in a band. I mean, it was called like Masters of the Night or something like that. No, Avery, it was not. I'd thank you to give me a bit more credit than that. Nah, more like Nightly Nightshade? Or Dark Carousel? No. Or Sorrows of Blood? It too, Hayes? You are all so cruel. You have to tell us the real name or they'll keep going. I refuse to further enable this slander. It was Spider Coven with an X. Reese! But how do you spell spider with an X? Goth willpower. You're kidding me. They had a song called something like Rose Baptism. I only remember the parts that weren't in French, but no. It went something like, no, this is traitorous. My own pupil betrays me. Trapped within my own mind. Something in French. My will dissolves to blood. The soul's red rind. Life is but a march towards death. Right, Graves? Graves isn't listening to us anymore. He's pacing around and mumbling in agony. How do you know all this, Reese? Graves and my dad went to college together. He went to their shows. He met your mother at one of them, if I recall. You have me to thank for your very existence, my boy. Ugh, don't put it like that. Everyone's laughing and having a good time. Even Graves is being a good sport. This is nice. I wonder how long they've been working together. They're all like a big family. Graves is a lot more charming than I thought. He knows how to work a crowd, at least. I'm starting to get it. I guess this is why no one's all that mad at Graves, even though they're all going through this weird nonsense. He's kind of like everyone's weird but benevolent uncle. We all chat over dinner, then coffee, and before I know it, the sun is totally gone. How long have we been doing this? Shoot, I better get home and feed Mochi before he throws a fit. He gets real passive-aggressive when he's fed late. It is quite late. I'll take care of all the dishes and sundries, so please relax and prepare yourselves to face the day tomorrow. Yeah, I guess we better all get going, huh? Later. Mason's already headed out the back. She barely even turns her head when she waves goodbye. Alright, everyone. See you tomorrow. Boy, it got late. Streetlights are on, but I still sort of hate walking the back roads at night because they're kind of sparsely lit. I don't know why, it just feels like a bad idea tonight. I decide to take the other way home. It's a bit longer, but the store lights are brighter once I get through this alley. Besides, it's pretty nice out. There's a lot of rusty junk on this street. Did someone dump their crappy old bike here? Rude. How long has that been here? It looks like it's been around for years, but I don't remember seeing a messed up bike like that yesterday. I should be more observant. Graves should complain about it to someone. It doesn't make the walk to the cafe look all that good to customers. I can't shake this creeping feeling clawing up my spine. This is a quiet neighborhood. I've never felt this something. Something feels different, off, eerie. I haven't been getting much sleep lately. I could be imagining it. I don't know. All I know is I want to be home. There's only one other person on the street. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere. What is he doing? This is a weird place to loiter. Hi, Toby. We're doing Catboy business. This is Catboy business. We've already gotten to the reveal that this cafe is cursed to turn everyone into cats, so for some reason we are exempt from the curse after finding a weird book. But you know. And we're just walking home from the cafe right now, so you know. Random dude on the street just being creepy. Yeah. The only way to become a cat is to quit, and then you get like a picture of you like half turning into a cat, and then like you lose because it's like a bad ending where you quit and then don't like do any of the other shit, which sucks. We should be able to become Catboy. This is a weird place to loiter. Is he lost? I should offer him directions. As I get closer, he lifts his head up and stares me down with an intense gravity, threatening to root me in place and allow the chill in my spine to sink in its claws. I sever eye contact and hurry on my way. Never mind, I shouldn't talk to him at all. Maybe I should have crossed the street to avoid this, but I seem to have his attention now. Out of the corner of my eye, when I pass, I see his head turn to follow me. I walk faster. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, making things up, but I'm not about to stay and find out what his deal is. Yikes. I feel like he's still watching me, but I'm not going to look back and find out. I walk even faster. Yikes. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here, but that was creepy. I'm gonna stick to the back streets after all. I better go take care of Mochi before he jumps through the window and attacks me for food. I head upstairs and the rest of the night is pretty quiet. No more weirdos on the street, just the four-legged weirdo that lives in my apartment. But as it turns out, if I'd stuck around, I would have seen the man continue on his way. I would have seen him take the back alley all the way to the cafe. I would have seen him stare in the window of the cafe for a long time, then up to the third floor. I would have seen him leave a rusty handprint on the shutters of the building across the street. Anyway, Graves pops in and out of the cafe like a stray cat over the next couple of weeks, never staying for long. I still don't know what he's doing when he's gone. The days come and go and we settle into a routine. Everybody shows up and does their thing. I'm getting better at my job, and I'm getting better at some other stuff too. Hey Mochi, check it out. Mochi opens one eye and thumps his tail against the side of the couch. I'm almost totally sure he understands me now somehow. Ugh. When I talk to him, it's not like I'm talking to a sentient pillow anymore. He actually acknowledges what I say and responds. It's not that weird to talk to your pets anyway, right? I mean, it's not like he's literally talking back to me. That would be weird. I set 2 cola cans next to each other and then take a step back. Are you watching? You better be watching. Okay, here we go. I concentrate and the cola cans flutter apart into long ribbons like potato peels. They collapse on each other and form a jumbled mess of aluminum. There's some soft crunching while the ball of soda can wobbles around a bit. Shapes begin to emerge from the ball of aluminum ribbons. Arms, legs, ears, and before you know it, ta-da! A soda can sculpture of a cat. It's you! Mochi makes a little huffing noise and closes his eyes. I set the cat sculpture aside with all the others. What? You don't think it looks like you? You're the worst audience. I'm gonna show the guys at the cafe. They'll appreciate it. I think I feel comfortable enough with my, magic, I guess I might as well call it, to bring it up to everybody. I can demonstrate it now, after all, so it's not like they have reason to not believe me. The real problem now is figuring out how the heck to bring it up. I'm going to mull that one over a bit, but I suppose a day or 2 more planning won't hurt. I should start getting ready for work. I have had a couple days off, but I've still been going in to hang out with everyone almost every day. What can I say? I really like everybody there. Some more than others. Okay, one especially more than others, but whatever. But again, first things first. We'll worry about the cat situation, then I'll worry about the cute coworker situation. I grab my keys, smush my face into Mochi's to say goodbye. He hates it, and then head on my way. I haven't seen a trace of that creepy guy since I saw him a while back, so I've started trying that other route to and from work when I needed a change of scenery. It's not a great change, to be honest. There's a lot of rusty junk lining on the road, and it feels like I see more every time I come down this way. It's so deliberately placed that there's no way it isn't on purpose. There's a stack of old car parts that looks almost like a tower if you look at it the right way. It's almost artful. Today, there's a different addition to the walkway. Graves? He's right there, very much human, standing over the rusty, decrepit bike. He's so lost in thought, I wonder if he even notices I'm here. Graves, what's up? Oh, Avery. Just, assessing the litter around the cafe. Yeah, it looks like someone's been using the walkway as a trash dump. So they have. You think it's one of the shop owners around here? I know the culprit. The true matter is to properly deal with its disposal. That's not our job. If you know who it is, make them do it. Regretfully, I do not believe we can stop him. He looks so serious. I mean, I can't blame him. This is an eyesore and it's probably hurting business. What a jerk. Who is it? Nobody you know. Don't worry about it. Well, I guess if he's not gonna stop, we should start cleaning it up. I'll help carry some of it. I roll up my hoodie sleeves and reach out to grab a rusty bike and... Graves' hand. His fingers coiled tightly around my wrist, so quickly I didn't even see him move. Don't touch it. His eyes hold an intense, stern glow, and his stare bores into me. For just a moment, I feel that chill claw up my spine again. Okay. Sorry. Forgive me. It's too dangerous to do this without the correct procedure. You haven't learned enough yet. This is a lot more complicated than picking up trash, huh? Please, don't worry about it. I can't help wondering if this is related to some other weird things I've seen around here, you know? I'd rather you just focus on the cafe and leave this to me. Please don't say anything about it. You're so opaque. I seriously don't get you at all. I've been hearing that since before I could speak. I'm used to it by now. I wish you'd just tell me straight up what's going on. Consider it a management problem. How's the job treating you? You enjoy it here, yes? Well, maybe if I had a boss that told the truth, it'd be easier. No need to be contentious. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. Talk to the rest of the staff about that. Best case scenario, it will be dealt with soon and we can all forget about it. And if the best case doesn't happen, then we'll have a new bridge to cross. Well, you'd best head in. Wouldn't want to be late after all. You gonna write me up or something if I am? I don't think I need to after Finley got through with you by making her open by herself. Shoot, you're right. Well, later. Till then. There isn't much time until we open, so I hurry off to the cafe. Avery, there you are! I'm starting to get worried. Sorry. I got sidetracked on the way here. I ran into Graves. I guess talking to the boss counts as work? No, it doesn't. Graves couldn't keep hold of a topic if it was stapled to his hand. We hurriedly get to work finishing the pre-opening setup. Though it doesn't really matter because it's a slow morning. The first person to come through the front door isn't even a customer, it's Graves. Fancy meeting you here. Want some coffee? The usual? No, not right now, thank you. Please pay me no mind. I'll be in and out today. Maintenance work. Finally! The sink in the kitchen has been backing up something fierce lately. Not that kind of maintenance, my friend. Security improvements. He blows through the rest of the building and disappears through the back door as quickly as he arrived. Reese watches him go and takes a few wavering steps towards the door before deciding against it. I guess Reese can't even outboss the boss. Security improvements, huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean? That was weird. Well, back to work, huh? Yeah. It's hard to focus on work when I can see Graves pacing back and forth in front of the big glass storefront. Luckily it's a slow day, so I can excuse myself every so often peek in on him, but I think I just saw him bury something underneath a loose tile. At one point I dipped my head out to see what he was doing, and he's just standing there, staring at the wall, tracing a picture on it with his finger. I'm sure he's just doing it to look busy, but when I catch a glimpse of something... But then I catch a glimpse of something, the light reflecting off a piece of metal on the wall itself. It flashes for a moment and then it's gone. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe he's doing something to the building. Something arcane, I guess? But even if he is, why? Why is he suddenly so concerned with security? Is he setting up like a magic anti-theft alarm or something? Or something more sinister? I can't help but think of his weird behavior this morning and his focus on the rust piles. Something must be coming. Something as serious as the cat curse. Is he going to leave us? If he's going to leave us in the dark, I've got to do something. It's time I talk to someone about magic, the book, the curse, everything. He'll know what to do. I should have just talked to him about this in the first place. The toughest part is finding a time when Landry is free. He's waiting tables again, so I'll have to wait until there's a lull in customers before I can pull him aside. I'm helping with the cats today. I think they're getting bored because I'm too distracted to play with them. You know what it's like when you spend all this time agonizing over a decision, but once you actually make it, you still have to wait? That's what I'm dealing with. It's the worst feeling. It's been like an hour. I'm getting cabin fever here or something. I've got to do something.
So I sneak upstairs for a minute. Oh god, Finley and Reese are up here. Finley's mashing her paws on the phone screen again. She claims she's working, but I think she's playing that idle game again, and Reese is doing whatever Reese does. Hey guys. Yes? It's not time for your break yet. What are you doing? You mind covering for Landry for a few? And Reese, can you cover the cats? I need to talk to Landry about something. Are you finally going to tell him? My heart body slams my rib cage. I don't know what to say. Does she mean what? Tell him what? Oh my god, Reese, it's happening. Ugh, can't you wait till afterward for your personal whatever? It's not personal, it's something work related mostly. Whatever. I don't want to get dragged into your weird triangles. It's not a triangle if it's two of them, it's just a straight line or something. Oh my god, I have to stop this before it gets out of hand. What if Landry hears this? This isn't about geometry or whatever, it's just something that look on their faces. I asked the wrong people. Ugh. Never mind. No. Avery, come back. Or if you're going to go, just go ahead and get Landry. Yeah, do you really think we weren't gonna cover for you? Oh, come on, we were just teasing. Turn that frown upside down. Well, thanks then, I guess. I expect this favor to be returned in kind. I'm sure Avery will be happy to cover for you when you go to confess to... I think Reese's hand breaks the sound barrier as it slaps over Finley's mouth. I will destroy you. I don't remember that at all. I slip downstairs as they bicker. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now I feel kinda psyched out to talk to Landry after everything they said. I wonder if they're onto something? Nah, I don't think there are any lines between us, straight or curvy or diagonal or whatever. Right? Now's not the time for that. I have to make magic before I can, make magic. Hey, Landry? Hey, what's up, Avery? Can I talk to you for a minute, in private? Oh, something wrong? No, well, sort of, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to ask about... sure. I'll have to find someone to cover the floor, though. Finley, reporting for duty. Ah! Go. Shoot. Away with both of you. Heart to heart, your little heart's out. Wow, she's eager to help when it's something she gets to be nosy about. Thanks, pal. Landry, you ready? Oh, sure? I lead Landry to the basement. It's always so quiet down here, and even though the rest of the place is really gloomy, I kind of like the dampening of the cafe noise. I think Landry likes it here too. He's the only one that isn't freaked out by it. Well, Mason isn't either, but I don't think she's freaked out by anything. My mind's wandering a lot. I guess I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? This is Landry we're talking about. He'll understand. Hey, so... is everything okay, Avery? You can tell me if it's not. I mean, maybe that's what you're doing now? You can trust me with anything. I sure hope so. Well, it's about the cafe. Yeah? Do you need your hours changed? Do you need a day off? You should take more breaks, probably. No, it's not any of those things. Are you having a problem with anybody? Any cats? Did you develop a cat allergy? No, it's the curse. I want to talk about the curse. He freezes in place and his voice stops short in a way I didn't anticipate. I think I found a way to break it, and I want to show you. He looks so tense suddenly. Why isn't he saying anything? You, want to study it with me and we could practice together and then we'll break it for everyone else to... It won't work. What? I mean, sorry to be rude, but what's the point? We're not going to break the curse. How do you know that? Do you mean that book that used to be down here? The magic book? See, I know what you're thinking. It's a great idea, and I really appreciate that you're looking out for us, but I think it's not going to work. Sorry. You haven't even given it a chance. What is there to give? You can't even read it. So you tried it already. I got curious, but once I saw it was magic, I put it away. I'm not a witch, and neither are you. A witch? Who said anything about witches? And how do you know I can't read it? I found like a decoder bookmark, so I've been studying it. Of course it's about witches. It's always about witches, Avery. I don't know if you know how scary this whole magic thing is, so it's probably better if we both leave it alone. This isn't the response I thought I'd get. It isn't like him at all. This isn't the confident Landry I expected. What does he know about magic? He gives me this sad, empty smile. He's so defeated. What could have gotten to him like this? I've I've never seen him like this, and it's starting to make me feel really uneasy. Maybe he does know something I don't? I can't stop now. You don't get it. I've been practicing, and I can use magic from the book now. Please, Landry, have a little faith in me, okay? I think we can do this, but I need your help. For what feels like an eternity, he doesn't say anything. He just stands there, staring, studying me. It's making my heart pound for more than one reason. You know, if it were anyone else, I'd still say no. But when it comes to you, Avery... I don't know how to put it. When it comes to me? When it comes to what about me? Do you believe in me? You just gotta trust me a teeny little bit and I'll prove it. What'd you figure out anyway? I can't even figure out where to start. That's why I'm here. I want to help you figure it out, and I also want to know why you know about magic in the first place. Maybe we both have stuff we can teach each other. Maybe I worded that last bit a little, well, never mind. The book and the decoder are at my place. How about you come over tonight? I'll order us dinner, and I can show you what I know. I don't know if this is swaying at all. Has he always been this hard to reach? Should I just not notice it behind his smiles? I won't say it doesn't hurt to try because, well, I guess if you've been studying it, you probably know more than me. I should give you some credit. Okay, I'll come over, but can we get pizza? I haven't had it in ages. Graves never really wants to order it. Graves doesn't like pizza? I knew I didn't trust him. Do you know who you're talking to? Of course we can order pizza. Anyway, meet me after work? We can head back together. Sure, okay. But we better get back to work first before someone starts to wonder what we're doing down here. They're not that nosy, are they? Besides, what would they even think we're doing? Finley's up there. Right, let's go. I half expected to see Finley eavesdropping at the top of the stairs, but she's out here waiting tables like she should be. Good. Reese is busy playing with the cats in a little world of his own. Thank goodness, I was starting to feel my feet cave in from all this walking. I've been running back and forth since you guys took off. Finley, there's like one customer here. Yep, it's my buddy Gina. Hey, Gina. Hey. Oh, hey? So, I'm gonna take my break now. Avery, can you be a hun and get each of us another cup of coffee? Just stuff from the pot, nothing too fancy. Yeah, sure. I slip back into the kitchen to get a cup of coffee. I can't help but sneak a peek down to the basement. The door isn't latched, but the light's on. Did Landry forget to turn it off? That's not like him. I should switch it off. Reese would probably give us so much grief about wasting electricity if he saw this. Click. Oh, Landry, are you still down there? Oh, yeah, I just needed to get some supplies down here first. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be up in a minute. Is he avoiding me? Sure looks like it. Maybe I'm just worrying too much. It's easy to rationalize it in my head, but tell that to my gut. Did I do something wrong? I bring the coffee to Finley and her friend, but it's hard to focus on whatever they're saying to me. My thoughts are stuck in the basement. Landry comes up a few minutes later, tools and glue in hand. I've never seen him do repairs where customers are here, but I guess it's quiet enough that he's just going to go for it. I'm just gonna fix that wobbly table, the one over there. Okay. Thank you. It's been infuriating to watch the past few days. Haha, yeah. On a good day, it's hard enough to get back into the swing of work after a break, but it feels impossible. I bully Kotick with the ribbon dancer to pass time. It's hard to resist sneaking glances at Landry. Maybe it's my imagination, but he seems more fixated on his work than usual. I'm going to jump out the window. This is the slowest day of my life. Spying on Graves is a good way to pass time, but no matter how many times I look, I don't see him. I have no idea where he could have gone or when. So that brings me back to the original plan of spying on Landry, huh? I guess Landry's chilled out. I catch him looking at me from time to time. He's pulled out more tools, and I get the impression he's lost track of what he's working on. It's getting late, and I don't realize it until the sun is coming through the windows and that awful angle that goes right into your eyes. Reese and Finley head out. Now it's just us. Hey, Landry. He doesn't answer. Is he ignoring me? I wait a moment, then move closer. Landry? No answer. All he does is sit there, standing a block of wood on his, ramp or something. He's focusing so hard, it's almost like he'll fall apart if he stops. He could use a break before he runs himself into the ground. I walk up behind him, not like sneak up or anything, of course, and put my hand on his shoulder. Landry. Ah! I feel him jump beneath my hand, and he quickly calms down. Oh, Avery, I'm so sorry. I zoned out a little there, didn't I? Yeah. You really were in your own world there for a bit. Yeah, it's kind of meditative, you know? I like it for that. He leans back, and I can feel his head against my stomach. I hope you can't hear the butterflies in there. You know, just a little bit of time where I don't have to think about anything. Yeah, I know what you mean, but maybe we should think about going to get dinner? It's not good to work yourself all night. Oh, don't mind, I could work on this forever. That's nice and all, but I can't. You're right, sorry. Give me just a second. I kinda want to put my hand on his head right now. Is that weird? But the opportunity vanishes. Landry gathers his tools and the scraps of carpeting that appeared from somewhere and disappears into the basement. He's down there for a few minutes. Did he get wrapped up in something again? Maybe I should check out on him. I debate with myself whether or not I... Oh, there he is. All right, ready to go? You got it. It's so late. I'm this hungry. Mochi must be bouncing off the walls right now waiting for food. Maybe I should get him some canned food as an apology. I hear Landry lock the door behind me. It's followed by a long, heavy sigh. Well, here we go. I hear his footsteps. I don't know what it looks like for a cursed person to turn into a cat. Maybe this is my chance? I glance over my shoulder. He takes another step forward. Achoo! My eyes force shut as I sneeze. When I open them again, he's standing in front of me, significantly shorter and furrier than before. What terrible luck. Oh, bless you. Thanks. You ready to go? If I put in an order now, the pizza will get delivered not too long after we get home. Go for it. With a few taps on the handy Pizza-Loid app, I've already got my usual order in. I've got this down to a science. I give Landry a thumbs up and we head off. Landry trots ahead and then looks back at me. Your place is this way, right? I think I know where it is. Yep, shall we? It occurs to me once we've started down the street, we're taking the long way home. Ugh, I hope we don't run into that creep from the other day. Maybe I'm overreacting. It's not like leather jacket wearing punks lurk around every corner. This neighborhood has changed so much since I was a kid. There used to be a huge quilting shop here, and now the building's gone. I hardly even recognize the place. You grow up in the city? Born and raised. My parents met here, and I haven't budged an inch in something like 25 years. I can't even imagine what that's like. I'm from such a little backwoods town. There's only one bus, and it goes approximately nowhere. It sounds so nice, though. It's nice to get away for some quiet for once. It must have been lovely. I guess I moved here for a reason. Yeah, maybe I'm a little spoiled by city life. Yay! There's nothing to offer in those little woodsy towns. There's some good things from those little woodsy towns, you know? Like you. My heart skips a beat. Is he flirting on purpose or just trying to kill me? That said, I'm glad he left and came here, because otherwise we would have never met. He's trying to kill me. I open my mouth to respond with something equally charming and flirty, but something happens. Landry pauses, his tail bristling and his pupils shrinking to tiny slits. Did you hear that? I didn't hear anything. You okay, dude? There it is again. We better get going, Avery. What's wrong? Is something happening? Not something. Someone. There are footsteps, distant, but approaching. My heart pounds now for a much less pleasant reason. I know we shouldn't have come this way. We've got to get out of here. Hurry. You go ahead and I'll distract him. The footsteps get closer. Not running, but moving with purpose. I can't leave you here. You're just a cat. It's fine. Just go. He's after me, not you. I'm not about to let him get stomped by some scary biker-looking guy who hates cats. I scoop Landry Cat up in my arms, zip him into my hoodie, and take off running as fast as I can. When was the last time I ran this hard? I can't remember. I feel Landry's claws digging into my chest. It hurts a little, but I'm not going to stop because of that. I hear muffled shouting somewhere between the sound of my heart and my ears. Is it Landry? Whoever's chasing us? Now's not a good time to find out. I don't stop until I reach the apartment complex, even though I find it quite simple. Even then, I can't relax until we're inside. I slam the door and lock it behind me, and before the rest of my energy gives out, my lungs are on fire. I double over coughing as I try to catch my breath. Landry jumps out my hoodie and lands neatly on all four paws, looking at me with as much worry as I've seen on a cat's face. I'm so sorry, Avery. I didn't really mean to scare you that much. It's fine. We're going to be fine. Deep breaths. Take deep breaths. It's okay. I'm so sorry. What was that? Well, it's a long story, but it's okay now. I don't know about that. Is that an axe murderer? Are you being chased by the mafia? No, I'm sorry. It's not as big of a deal as I made it sound, okay? Just someone I don't want to see. Even worse than those other two things. An ex? It's gonna be fine now, though. It's not like I'm being followed or something, so don't worry about it. You scared the crap out of me, though. I'm not just gonna not worry about it. I'm really sorry. Tell you what, I'll give you a shoulder massage. Will you forgive me? Like right now, as a cat? Because sometimes Mochi makes biscuits on my back when I'm trying to sleep, and that's not really a great massage. Oh no, I mean later, as a person, if that's okay. Yes, that sounds fine to me. Good. I give really good massages, I'm told. I almost forget about all this getting chased stuff, suddenly occupied by thinking about how strong Landry's hands must be. I'm gonna hold you to that. I don't forget promises. And speaking of, I believe I was promised pizza. Well, we ran here, so it's probably gonna take a little while still, but the place is around the corner and they know me, so not that long ago. Are you on a first name basis with your local Pizzaoid people? Well, the delivery guy does know my birthday. I better watch out before you run off with a pizza delivery person and leave us all. You jealous? Of course I would be. Thump goes my heart. After all, we make such a great team on the floor. Oh yeah, we do. Man, even though my intentions were noble in inviting him over to the study, now I'm wondering if I should talk to him about other stuff too. Like, is he flirting with me or what? I can't tell if he's messing with me or if he's that dense. If only I could tell the me of a year ago that I'd moved to the big city and have a will they won't they thing with a Maine Coon. I guess I shouldn't dwell on it. I'm probably gonna make this really awkward for this. He's probably just here to humor me. So you want to start looking at the books now? I've got it right over there on top of the pile of DVDs. Got any good movies here? Nah, they're all my aunt's movies. She likes rom-coms and heist movies. There aren't really a lot of movies where you can get... She likes rom-coms and heist movies, but there aren't really a lot of movies where you get both of those at once. Though there's Drifting Heart, the movie about street racers who... Wait, no. We're not here to watch movies. We're here to talk magic. Ah, you're right. I just got sidetracked. I don't really get to watch a lot of movies anymore, so I got curious. This guy, he really almost had me that time. I need to stay on my toes to keep him from changing the subject. Another delay, just when we were finally about to get to it. I never thought I'd be so disappointed by pizza delivery. I run to the door to retrieve it, shooing the delivery guy away before he notices the talking cat in my living room. Alright, food's here. No more delays. You eat, I read. And also eat. I dump the pizza on the coffee table and settle onto my usual spot on the couch. I can see most cheese gross flat little nose going wild at the smell of cheese, but I shoo him away with my hand while I set a piece out for Landry. After an apologetic nod to Mochi, Landry eats the cheese off his pizza slice. This really isn't any less gross than watching Mochi eat, but I shouldn't be rude. Hey buddy, what's your name? Oh, that's Mochi. Don't let him eat any cheese. He gets the worst gas. I can't tell who's more disgusted, Mochi or Landry. Ah, noted. Also because people food is bad for cats and all that, but he's an unstoppable beast. Is he your aunt's cat? This is her place, right? No, he's mine and I brought him with me. How do you know this is my aunt's place? You said it a few minutes ago about her DVDs. Oh, yeah, right. Wow, I'm such a space case. You also mentioned having to find a place to keep all our junk mail once a little while back. He remembers that stuff about me and I barely remember saying it. Wow, it's kind of goofy, but that makes me blush. Yeah, I've been using some of these fundraising postcards as bookmarks in the grimoire, actually. Here, I marked this page off for us to look at. You said you didn't think it was possible to read it, but let me show you a magic trick. With this big old flourish, I pull the decoder bookmark from the book and slap it down on the page.
I see his little cat eyes go all wide as the words unscramble. And voila! Like a puzzle on the back of a cereal box. It's that simple. So you've really been reading it, huh? What's in the book? It's kind of like a basic dictionary or something, I think. It's got a lot of stuff, like finding your magic, common spells, common hexes. Let's see. Hexes? Did you read that section? No, I'm not the vengeful sort, and I'm not really gonna try and curse anybody anytime soon. I'm learning the cool tricks. Oh, I should show you the sculptures I've been making. They're getting a little better. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, not that I thought you'd be doing curses or hexes, but I don't know, I'm relieved. Though is there a section about breaking them? Oh, you mean like for the cat curse? Nah, I thought the same thing and sort of skimmed it, but I didn't see anything like that. Huh. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be in there either, huh? Either? Maybe we should look through that section anyway, you know, just in case there's something you looked over. Not saying you're bad at finding things, of course. Huh, yeah, okay. Want me to read out loud while we eat? I used to get picked to read out loud in class all the time because I've got a good announcer voice. Read away. So I read the section about breaking hexes for him. More accurately, I try. Once he realizes the hex breakers aren't relevant to our situation, he starts looking around like he's searching for something better to do. And for the bad breath curse, he just... Do you want me to build a tree for Mochi? It looks like he could use some exercise. I could put it together at the cafe and you could carry it back. What? I mean, sure, we can work that out later. Oh, you're right. He's been nervously laughing like that all night. I wish I could figure out a way to put him at ease, but he seems like he's really got his back against the wall with this whole magic thing. Maybe going into hexes right away was a bad idea? He seems interested, but they are kind of complicated. Here, let's go back a bit. I'm gonna start with the intro chapter, okay? Maybe we can do some exercises. Oh, okay, sure. So pay attention, okay? I don't want this stuff to backfire or something. Sure, you got it. I clear my throat and recite the basics of crafting a simple trick. For emphasis and to show a little, I used it to make the pizza box turn into a crocodile mouth. It blinks its cardboard eyes and yawns, then reverts to its normal state. See? Now, of course, I've been practicing a bit, but I think it shouldn't be too bad to start with. Give it a shot. Huh? Oh, sorry, I was thinking about getting that new ramp done by tomorrow. Graves said something about a new kitten with hypoplasia coming in, so... You weren't even looking. Yeah, I looked away for a second. I'm so sorry. Can you do it again? This is ridiculous. My temper spikes through the roof. I shouldn't blow up on him. I shouldn't. If you weren't gonna take it seriously, why'd you even come over? You're being pretty rude right now. Why can't you take me seriously? I'm trying to help you. Look, Avery. I'm sorry. But I really can't let you I can't do this, and I can't let you do it either. I'm taking this seriously enough to know I shouldn't pretend with magic, and you probably shouldn't either. What? I think I know what I'm doing, thank you. I'm just trying to help you out, and you won't even respect me enough to listen to me. Landry takes a deep breath and pauses, like he's trying to control himself. His tail twitches wildly. Avery? You're playing with fire. You're going to get burned, and then what am I going to do? I've already had enough problem caused by magic and witches. I don't need any more. His voice is so controlled, leveled. I almost wish he'd just get angry instead of whatever this is. What do you mean, enough problems? I can't help you with something if you aren't even gonna tell me about it. Avery, I'm so sorry. I can't talk about this anymore right now. I need some time to think about it. I'm sorry. He breaks out into a dash for the window. In a blink, he's gone. Landry, wait! Landry! No answer, but the sound of rustling leaves as he scrambles down the tree to wherever the hell he's going to now. I slump back on the couch. I feel myself deflating. Now what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to show my face at the cafe tomorrow, knowing things just got super weird between us? What am I supposed to say to him now? Frick, I accidentally muted. I don't want to do this. Maybe I should just give up on all this and go back home. Meow. I'm interrupted from my mood's death spiral. Oh, that's me, death spiral. By Mochi headbutting my leg. I wave my hand to shoo him, then curl up into a little ball to ward him off. I already fed you. Go away. Mrr. I can feel him purring as he rubs his face against my hand.
He's never this affectionate. Is he trying to comfort me? I'm not gonna question it. I throw my hands around him and hug him to my chest. Thanks, buddy. I sleep like garbage. I try my best. Mochi is sweet and patient. He sleeps next to me on the couch for as long as he can stand it, but eventually he gets frustrated by my tossing and turning. Every time I try to drift off, I just remember that barely restrained anger, that haunted empty smile when you told me to give up. How'd I end up hitting such a nerve? What happened? Why won't he tell me? Does he think he's protecting me, or is he just a defeatist coward? Am I even being fair thinking about it like that? Who knows? I don't. 10 years pass by my estimation. I hear those crappy birds shriek, which tells me the sun will be up soon. Did I seriously do this all night? I drag myself up from the couch. Exhaustion tugs at my eyes and churns my stomach, and I've officially given up on this whole sleep thing. It's not gonna happen. Now what? It's kind of tempting to call out of work, fake sick, watch movies all day, you know the drill. But I don't know if I can do that without thinking about Landry. I don't know if I can do that if I can do anything without thinking about Landry. Guess I have no choice, I have to do it. Not only is this the earliest I've ever been to work, it's the earliest I've ever been anywhere. I wasn't even born this early. Good thing I finally have my own key. I thought the walk was quiet enough on a regular day, but walking here around 5 a.m. is a whole different story. It's like being in a weird bubble of quiet. A couple of shops are in the process of opening right now, including the cafe. The lights are already on. I know Mason comes in early, but this early? Inside there's carpet and tools sprawled over the place. So my hunch was right. The floor looks like there was a tornado in a hardware store. There's tools and carpet squares sprawled everywhere. There are traces that he's been around all over the place, from the form of discarded staple guns, some wood glue, and other tools, but I don't see him at all. The cats pile around whatever the new structure is supposed to be, so that means he hasn't been here in a while either. Did he leave already? No. I hear something in the basement. Sure enough, the light's on. Sounds like someone's sanding something. Hey? Landry? Ah! Wood clatters to the ground. Crap, I hope I didn't make him fall or something. I scramble down the stairs, but there he is, sitting on the floor. Looks like he's been sanding a 2x4, enough that's made a dip in the wood. What are you doing down here? I don't know. I was just thinking, and I guess I kind of zoned out. I've been a bit distracted. He looks exhausted. I can see the bags under his eyes. You've been doing this all night? Night? What time is it? Sun's coming up. Looks like you got even less sleep than I did, huh? Look, I'm really sorry for all this. I didn't mean to stress you out. You can go home and take the day off. I'll tell everyone you weren't feeling well. Like hell I will. I came here for a reason. I'm not gonna give up and turn back. Please, Landry, whatever this is, you can talk to me about it, okay? No. Sorry, but no. I mean it. I meant it when I said I don't want to talk about it. It's better for everyone if we just leave this alone and go about our lives. Nothing good comes from picking at scabs like that. Well, something's gotta give. Look at you, you're miserable, and it's gonna wear you down until you snap. Don't feed me this "it's been fine" crap, because I can tell you always hated this cat curse. Why won't you let me help you? Avery, please. Just stop. This isn't your business. You aren't even cursed. I'm making it my business because I care about you. A lot. And I like you too much, Avery. Why don't you get it? You think it's fun and games playing wizards and warlocks. You have no idea what's happened to me, what's happened to any of us. I could die, Avery. What if the other curse is still there, and the more you push... Wait, other curse? Wait, he likes me? Well, that's not the way I expected this conversation to go. My brain short-circuits for a second. Which of those things do I even start with? Landry looks like he wishes he could pack up all those words like he would his tools and cram them into his mouth. He shrinks in on himself, looking to the divot in the wood block. Sorry, I got a little too worked up. I suppose I shouldn't have said all that. It's okay, you shouldn't have to just sit on it like that. Why don't you just tell me what happened, and I can tell you if I think I can help? You don't have to do everything by yourself. I want to be here for you. My pulse is racing, though I can't tell if it's more from the adrenaline of arguing or the adrenaline of being this close to Landry. I take a gamble and reach out and take his hand in mine. I hope my palms aren't too sweaty. His hands are rough but warm. He weaves his fingers between mine but looks in every direction besides mine. Which is fine. I think I'd explode on eye contact. Alright. This might sound a little hard to believe, but... Landry, I spent all of last night trying to teach you magic. Nothing's a little hard to believe anymore. Point taken. Alright, I'll start from the beginning. He takes a long breath, as if fortifying himself. So, I had a rough day. Got fired from my job, all sorts of things went wrong. I went to go unwind at this bar by my apartment. Oh, there's a kitty cat. Pandora? Pandora, you're here, my darling baby girl. I love you, Pandora. I think we might make this a part 2 kind of thing because I'm also not feeling too well. We'll get to Landry's story later. See ya.